like a broken wheel. Lost in the chaos, no grip, no feel. Pete shouting orders, Sam still checked out. It's a miracle, anything gets it out. Backfire is all it is. Broadcast the circus, can't second guess. What we need gets stumbles in the haze. Nobody knows who's steering this craze. With the lens, but his brain's gone blind. Shoots the dirt instead of the grind. Sam's lost deep in his own head maze. Wandering thoughts set the cameras ablaze. Backfire, it's all a mess. Broadcast the circus, can't second guess. Wobbly kneecap stumbles in the haze. Nobody knows who's steering this craze. Who's steering this craze? Pete yells angles like he knows the score, but he's filming the ceiling and the floor. Sam stares off like the void is his friend. His focus lost, where does it end? Backfire, it's all a mess. Broadcast the circus, can't second guess. Wobbly kneecap stumbles in the haze. Nobody knows who's steering this craze. Who's steering this craze? Wobbly spin circles like a broken wheel. Lost in the chaos, no grip, no feel. Pete shouting orders, Sam still checked out. It's a miracle, anything gets it out. Backfire, it's all a mess. Broadcast the circus, can't second guess. Wobbly kneecap stumbles in the haze. Nobody knows who's steering this craze. Backfire, it's all it is. Broadcast the circus, can't second guess. Wobbly kneecap stumbles in the haze. Nobody knows who's steering this craze.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to BSTV. I've got to turn myself off. There we go. I can't hear myself anymore. That's great. This is TCR Challenge Cup Season 22. Week 11, we're at Oscherseleben Grand Prix Circuit. The skies are, well, better than they are in the UK right now. I'm Pete Bingham. I'm riddled with cold. And also in the booth with me is Jay Corley, recovering from his cold. So, good evening, Jay.
Good evening, Pete. I was literally just about to say I hope you're well, but judging by how much you've coughed and spluttered all over me already,
Yes.
Hi, Pete.
yeah. It's not gonna be pretty tonight, folks. Not that it ever is with me. Dear. There'll be a lot of this going on. I am in the recovering area of a cold, whatever that is. But never mind. Enough about me and my tiny little violin. 24 degrees is the track temperature, Jay, and I think the biggest concern today is that wind, 24 kilometers an hour.
Yeah,
that's sharp, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it was Sebring, wasn't it? As
oh yeah, 25.
Somebody gracefully go off for track just there. Yeah, if and so that
can't
just
them,
really it's a play of that this week if you've done any officials at Oscherseleben. Yeah, very very dangerous wind where there's a lot of curbs here which will catch you out with the wind and the direction it's sort of facing at the moment. We could get some drama here, especially in the groups. But yeah, at least it's dry. I've checked the weather as well, and it doesn't look like we'll be getting much rain. So at least the majority of the grid will be praising the Lord for that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Although some people were praying for rain, which is curious. Currently 26 people in the session, as you can see there. A new boy. We have a new boy. I don't know whether you know him already, Jay. Jonathan Bradford. He's in council colours. There's some drama going on behind him though. But yeah, he's out in the Civic. I don't know whether you've encountered this boy before, Jonathan Bradford.
It had to be a JC Academy member that was causing
yes,
chaos.
it did. I was going to point that out. Yeah.
I don't. I'll be honest. I don't know much about Jonathan at the moment, but I have a feeling that tonight we could potentially know plenty about him.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for a great set of races for him, and let's see what he's made of.
Yeah, I've got him in. Because Pete never does anything right. I've not got his. Oh yeah. Just give me a second. He will soon be in his class colours on the thingy on the broadcast. Okay. So that should have given him his class. Oh, that's the wrong class colour, Pete. He should be in Pro-Am. 1 minute. This is all planned, folks. I'm just trying to make it look like I don't know what I'm doing. Right, there we go. Yeah. That's better. There we go. He may. I've put him in Pro-Am. He may actually be more an AM class driver. We'll find out by the end of the broadcast. Let's see. Right, so Alan's on the broadcast. That reminds me. I used to have to tell Alan either to look away or to get well seated and comfortable because I'm about to show you my wood, Jay.
I'm sat down securely.
Excellent. Here is all of my wood. So the Angels have had a delivery to my door, and you can see there the Pit Stop Cup, V8 trophies, and you can see there season 23, 24 trophies, team trophies for season 23 and 24. I may get a season 22 team trophy just about in time for the end of this season. Who knows? And some still to post out to the likes of Craig Duffel, if you remember that Frenchman. The Sacred Wood, says Alan. Yeah, absolutely. I hope you're doing well, Sir Alan, wherever you are. Doing better than me and Jay. Anyway, we're riddled. So, what do you think of the Pit Stop Cup trophies, Jay?
It's fantastic. It got me thinking, like, usually, new couples get storks to deliver their babies to the door and stuff like that. Well, that's what I've been taught anyway. But for you and your wood, you just get a woodpecker come along and deliver its goods all over your doorstep.
Yes, it does. The pecker does that exactly. Right, let's move on to the standings because this is interesting. Pete Newman has now stretched his lead out to exactly 400 points. That's looking pretty safe, isn't it? That's looking like safer than the pig that built his house out of bricks. there's only what 600 points or something like that between him and the end of the season now. It would be remarkable if he managed to give that up, right?
You're going to have to call a hit on Pete, I think, to for Rene to stand at any chance to catch him now. I think this one's well and truly wrapped up. I'm not going to say congratulations yet.
No.
My curse to the commentator is pretty horrendous at the moment. Like, people seriously do not like me at the moment during some races. But as far as I can see, it's Pete's to lose now. And what a collapse it would be.
Yeah, so 400 points is his lead over Rene. Rene has got 100 points over Michael Hall. And Michael Hall has got 302 points over Casper. This is the first time the Pro League, I think, is split so heavily. Because that is big gaps between those guys. Right, next, Pro Am. Oh, Tice Van Gool on the chat, good evening to you. Right, so Jaden Scotton still clinging on to the top of this one. He's got a 130-point lead over Jamie Wilson. That's looking a bit healthier for Jaden, it has to be said. But then there's a queue of people stacking up behind Jamie there. Carl is only, 27 points behind Jamie. Tamas has floated towards the surface of this one and brought Tony Walker with him. Actually, I think it's Tony that's brought Tamas with him. They're only a point apart. This one's pretty tight, Jay. This one's looking pretty hot. All Jaden needs is one bad race, right?
Yeah, pretty much. You see his total points. He does have that as a crutch at the moment, so he could probably afford to have at least one bad race. But any more than that, and you just know that the likes of Jamie, Carl, and Tamas are going to, well, and Tony as well, are going to be there on his tail.
Yeah.
So,
I think
bias aside, it's looking good for Jaden at the moment.
It is, yeah, but it is going to be a case of one bad race, and particularly one bad. Oh, it's 4 rounds that's left. Yeah, no, my calculation was still good. Yeah, it's Jaden's to absolutely throw away now, I think, but it will only be one bad race, and that could open the door for any of the 4 guys behind him. I think it's a bit of a stretch for Demis with his points haul. All right, let's have a look at the AM class, because this is ridiculous. Fraser leads by only 3 points over Cedric. Cedric is only 9 points ahead of Paul Hurley, and then Paul Hurley is only 30 points ahead of Chesney. You've got a bit of a drop then, I have to say, in this class back to David Ayres, but the top 4, this is hotter than the surface of the sun, or page 3 of the sun, whichever you choose.
Wow, that's quite hot, depending on what decade you're looking at there.
Yes, it
Pete.
is.
But
I'm a bit out of date,
I still think David has a chance here, because he is within 100 points of Fraser. But let me just quickly show you onto the left-hand side the total points. It's literally 1 point between Fraser and Cedric overall. But then Chesney up in 4th has really had to use his drop weeks well. He actually has the most points out of anybody in AM, but those drop weeks have really taken a toll on him. So he just needs good, solid results from now, which means he's still in with a good chance. And then, of course, Paul, fantastic drives over the last couple of weeks. Been unlucky on a couple of races, but everybody in AM, I feel, has. This is still up for grabs with any of the top 5, in my opinion. And yeah, with a track like this is really going to cause a couple of casualties that these 5 will want to be taking advantage of, literally every single inch of it. Yeah,
too right. And you're right, when Chesney, it seems like, from the points anyway, when Chesney has a bad week, he has a terrible week, and that's why he's been slammed by the drop points gods so heavily compared to the others. Right, team standings. Result, Pure Sims still rocking that lead. 400 points, 350 points ish is their lead. That one's fairly secure for a 2-man team, as we've said it for the past, I don't know how many weeks now, to be leading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 3-man teams is, well, you know, if they don't win the team championship, I'll be a bit upset, to be honest, because that is a great performance, isn't it?
It absolutely is, and whenever they've finished well together. And to be honest, it's kind of the same with Pete's situation in pros at the moment. just finish.
Yeah.
Just finish in a decent spot. Doesn't have to be a great spot. Just make it a decent one, and let everybody else fall around you.
Yep. Couldn't explain that any better than you just did. And then driver of the meeting, Jamie Wilson, on 5 points. He's still out in front. We've got two drivers that are sharing second place at the moment, Jaden and Tony Walker. And then three that are in third place, Chesney, Fraser and Carl Hardy. How did Carl Hardy get points? Anyway. And then a bunch
We've
of
both
guys
voted for Carl, by the way. Oh, sorry. I don't know, Pete.
Don't know.
Not sure.
Okay. Right. Let's go back to the live viewing because you want to see the cars, don't you, folks? You want to see the cars. Manuel Saralegi is currently the fastest driver on track. When he is here, he is mega fast, and no different today. He's nearly 2/10 faster than the very fast Renee Earhart. Who's that behind him? Is that Michael Hall? It is.
That's Michael. Yeah.
With a crazy paint on again. What on earth do I need to do to get this paint right? I've updated it so many times.
I feel it's a user issue at this point.
Thanks for that.
No, as in no, I mean like a driver user issue.
I don't know because he sent me a new file the other day, and I've uploaded it again the other day.
I'm sure that's an Elantra paint on there.
Is it?
I'm
I'll wait for it to reload, but if it still comes up crackers, then it looks good on the website. That's the problem. It looks kosher. This one bonkers again. I don't know what's going on with that. Right, I'll have to try and sort that at some point this evening. Right, we've seen Jonathan Bradford, our new driver. Always great to have new drivers in. Chesney here, we spoke about him before. He was the one having an issue at the last turn. Something to talk about just before we go to qualifying, Jay. In the feature race is going to be obviously a pit stop for everybody. We hope they don't need to pit stop in the first race, because if they do, it means that they've probably got damage.
I know what's coming.
Yeah, this is the most ridiculous pit lane entry and road to pit lane. You need an A to Z, don't you?
You pretty much need a treasure map or some sort of atlas to get into the pit lane, and then to get out of the pit lane, you need the most amount of patience stored in a bottle, and then some extra after that to get out of it, because you're pretty much going straight to a stop. I mean, you'll get plenty of events come up on your event viewer for crashes, Pete, but I swear that half of them are going to be people stopping to try and get out of the pit exit. And do you know what's even worse about that pit exit, Pete?
Go on.
It's the fact that if you cut the red paint on the inside line as you're turning out the pits, it has the audacity to give you a slowdown.
Oh my god, really?
Can be served like within like a couple of seconds on the outside line, but for those who are panicking to get back into traffic safely, that's just like one extra thing you don't want to be looking for.
Absolutely, we just passed him pit lane entry there. We'll stay on board with Stephen as he crosses the line. He's looking to shave off a good amount of time, but he's only got one really good sector under him on that lap, and that was sector 3. Round here we should see where you were meaning, which is crossing. Yeah, okay. That's gonna be a very annoying off track to get, and a slowdown there is just awful. Okay. Right, so where is Jaden? Jaden's still on track at the moment, putting in his practice laps. A few slowdowns being thrown up on the timing tower, Jay. We've had Demis, we've had Michael Hall with one just a minute ago. As he moves up, he was late into the practice session. Not everybody, folks, has got all the time in the world. Real life often delays many of our drivers getting into these sessions. And as Jaden goes to the pits, look at this, Jay. This is out there in the outback. Oh, that's very outback, and that's wall.
Yep. I've just repaired that by hand as well.
Have you? Oh my word! So that's a whole new left-hand side to that car required. That'll take a while to fix. Not got long either. You got 4 seconds before we go to qualifying. Right, Fraser Garrity back here. Don't forget this is a heat race evening, folks, so they don't get a chance to finish these laps. Once the timer has ticked over, around about 10 seconds, later, everybody gets booted from that particular part of the session. We will advance forward now into qualifying, where Jay will eventually take us round on a lap. Any favourite features of this track, Jay? I've got a few. I love the beginning of this this particular circuit. It reminds me of Canada.
Yes. Cool, actually.
Because you go, like, well, there you go through a right-hand kink, left, and then round a big right-hander. As we watch all these guys come piling out of the pits here. And it smacks of the same thing. You've got pit lane exit on your left-hand side, same here. It really causes some chaos sometimes as well when you've got a busy pit road and such. I like the pit lane entry as well from a broadcasting and a viewer's perspective. It's coughed up some really interesting V8 races along the way as well.
I like that.
Any of the features really standing out for you on this track?
Well, this track's got a really famous first 1 and 2 corners. Unfortunately, it's not in this layout here. This is the one where there's that famous track where it's like an absolute chaos, it is a sight to behold. And the commentator actually goes on record during this race on the commentary saying whoever designed this turn 1 deserves to be locked in a dark room and beat about the head. Like, honestly, Google it, it's absolutely hilarious. But we're not running that layout here. We're running the 1-2 hotel, which is a lot quicker, and to be honest, with traffic it's going to be a lot more treacherous here. But I do also enjoy the triple, which is turns 4, 5 and 6. That one is quite fun. It's a triple left-handed apex, which then throws you straight into a really tight right-hander for number 7. If you don't practice it, we're going to see plenty of people's back ends go loose and chaos. Absolute chaos if they don't get it right.
Oh, right, okay. I look forward to seeing that. So it's not a massive lap, is it? In terms of time, it's quite complicated. Very technical track. This. Who do you want to be your unwilling victim on a lap introduction for all the people at home?
That's a good question. We could go with our newcomer today.
Oh yeah.
If you wish.
Where is he? Baptism of fire for Jonathan. Where is he?
Yeah,
there he is. Right, where is he on track?
Fantastic.
Let me get a track.
I was just about to do a lap now, so we can go.
Oh yeah,
now,
I'm doing it. Cockpit. There we go.
There we go. So welcome to Oscherseleben, Germany's answer to the question, what if a racetrack had trust issues? This place is narrow, technical, and punishes even the sneeze at turn-in. Sorry, Pete. Get it right and you'll sound like a genius. But into turn 1, you're going to be braking earlier than your pride will allow. Throw the car in gently. The corner loves to sucker drivers into overdriving, so be smooth, clip the apex, and drift out with dignity and tact. Immediately onto the turn 2, it hates optimism, so leave your ego at the pit lane. Drive up to turn 3, the Hasselroder. Brake at the 100 board, that's terrible pronunciation, I do apologise Germans. Brake at the 100 board, hug the inside and prepare for the real headache, the triple left. Turns 4, 5 and 6 are a left combo designed to expose every flaw in your discipline. Light brake, turn in, hold it, don't lift too much but don't panic either. Little bit of a panic there, but well held, transitions to the middle apex and then get into the very tight turn there. But after the deceptive right-hander, you need to get onto turn 8, which comes immediately. Turn 9 is basically turn 1, but a bit more annoyed. And over to McDonald's, fastest race on the track, E-I-E-I-O. Down over to the Shell curve, a nice turn 11 and 12 where you'll see plenty of people trying switchbacks, but at the end of the day you want to turn in nice and early, get yourself to the right as soon as possible to open up this corner. You can use a surprising amount of exit curb there, but expect to see a lot of hot tempers there. Onto the last double right, you can use so much curb and cut across the pit entrance, which is an absolute travesty considering how much for pit exit you can't cut. But with that, sprint to the line, and that's Oscherseleben. It's technical, unforgiving, and weirdly addictive. Master rhythm and you'll look like a wizard. Fight it and it'll eat you alive. Politely, of course. This is Germany, after all.
Absolutely, great track introduction. I had to mute myself on your first one because that was so funny. Oh dear. Mr. Hussein, how are you doing? Why are you not racing with us? Who's winning? I think that's you, mate, and you're not even on track. Ty says that he's not joining just yet, but he will one day. Hope you do. Favourable rates, of course. Tamas has just gone to the top of the pile, Jay. He knows what he's doing around here. Oh, Jamie!
0.002.
That's loads. That's loads.
Oh, and Stephen Walker's took the place back, snatching it as if you're taking candy from a baby.
Yeah, too right. I mean, this is what we're after in qualifying sessions. Is lots of people. What? Hussein has retired? Does anybody believe that, even for a minute?
They always come back.
Yeah, he'll
always come
yeah,
back.
he will. Yeah, he'll join us one day. He'll join us one day when he realises that he needs
I
this.
hope so anyway.
So my big money should be on Stefan tonight. This is his home country anyway. Oh, that was smashing everything, wasn't it? Somebody's got that wrong. Where's that?
I think it's down right just there because they've just jumped straight back to the pits.
Okay. Missed that one. It's not a surprise, is it? Tony Walker doing good things. It's faster than Renee at the minute, but only by 0.01 of a second as Fraser Garrity picks up slow down somewhere.
Manuel Saralegi has just set the fastest first sector of everybody so far.
Yeah, he's not.
They're just approaching to the final two corners. They've just set the fastest second sector as well. So we'll see how they get on just here.
Excuse me, folks. As I said before, I'm riddled at the minute. Here he comes.
Nice and smooth, using all.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's not an off track.
No way is that not an off track.
It's not an off track at all. And look at that, that's perfect.
He was nearly on a different circuit. Here he comes.
Across the line. And there we go. By
There we go.
4/10
Whoa.
of a second.
Unbelievable.
I find it very highly unlikely that we're going to see many people beating that, apart from maybe Manuel himself.
Yeah. Look at that. He's got fastest of anyone. Sectors, all sectors.
I do have slight bragging rights this week, but only very slight. And that
go on.
I actually have beaten Mr. Saralegi, an official this week.
Did his
But
car
just
blow
once.
up?
No, I was actually very lucky enough to have two high-level drivers fighting behind me after a very lucky pole position.
Right,
And
okay.
it was wet as well in places, so I'll take that to my grave, and I'll never be able to recreate it again.
Right. Right, well, before this session goes for racing, I am going to go and visit the big boys' room. I will let you talk about Stephen Walker. No, not Stephen Walker's coasting. Let's see what Manuel Saralegi can do. Chasing down. That's Pete Newman, isn't it? I think.
Manuel's actually just
No, it's Carl Hardy.
another two fastest sector 1 and sector 2.
Right,
so
okay.
copy him for yet another quickest lap.
Well, I'll be back in a sec. 1 minute.
Going into that final corner and doing it absolutely perfectly. Can we get an improvement on the time? 1:32.072 is the time to beat. And it's slightly slower. Sector 3 means Manuel is slightly off and a little bit of a loss of control just there. And we're going to see plenty of people doing that tonight. It's so easy on turns 1 and 2 to mess up to that degree. And you've got to really hope that doesn't happen in the early laps where there's people fighting. It could really end up spoiling a really, really good battle. Just a reminder for everybody, if you haven't already, put a thumbs up on the stream. Subscribe if you haven't already. And there are plenty of links in the video description below for the Discord and other bits and pieces there as well. It was fun, that rain race. It absolutely was, tight. Absolutely was. But everybody else who's in the track at the moment, have you been racing any of the officials for TCR this week? And if you have, where have you been coming on the courses? Because there's been some good tight battles this week. The Open this week is a little bit wet in places if the rain settles. And the fix has been nice and dry, so a bit easier to those who don't like to mess around with the setups too much. Still on board with Manuel Saralegi at the moment. Carl Hardy behind. Carl at the moment going at a very modest 12th place at the moment. having a quick look at Carl's times, and Carl setting a reasonably quick second set to there, but a much slower first one. See if he gets any improvements on his time just here. Only 1 second, 196 behind the leader. It looks like it's staying at that for now.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, still drivers all over the grid just peppering away at personal bests. Quite a few off tracks already coming out. By the way, Pete, welcome back.
Yeah, no, I
We've
can
got
see him.
got a couple breaking up, but tell you what, the track is surprisingly, compared to a lot of European circuits, a lot of circuits we've been to this season, like the outside, that's a pit wall just there, Jaden, and that's the VIP
Yeah, you
area.
need to turn it the other way, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. The exits to some of these corners can be quite forgiving, as you've already seen yourself as well
Yeah.
on a lot of these, but this does mean that a lot of drivers can get quite overconfident with how quick they put that throttle down, and Tony Walker just inside, just there, same with Michael Hall behind, and yeah, it's a difficult one. We've got a lot of sausage curbs on the insides of these apexes as well, which, depending on how fast your car is going, will cause a lot of stability issues. Not just that, the track is quite hard to pass on, so you get people sticking their nose in wherever they can to try and really throw you off. And there's a nasty little slowdown on that little section there with all those cones sticking up. If you cut over more than one cone, or over a cone and a half, that's about a 2-second slowdown, which you don't really want to be serving it on this long straight just here. Possibly one of the better chances you're going to have at getting an overtake done to somebody. So a slowdown there is a no-no to if you want a pretty decent set of races.
Yeah. So I don't remember Naveed applying to retire. I don't think I allowed it. Did you?
I haven't seen it in my emails, to be honest.
No, no.
Might be in my spam folder.
And nobody ever looks there. I'm surprised at how fast Jamie is in that Audi. Kind of. This is one of his favourite tracks, so I expect him to be able to do good things in that car around this track. But he is like miles and miles ahead of most of the people driving Audis, apart from Stephen Walker, who is just ahead of him in the standings, like literally just ahead of him in the standings. So it might be a good night for Jamie Wilson if he can avoid all the crashes and bumps and lumps and everything else. I am going to go and try and sort out the paint job of Michael Hall, or should I do that in the? I'll do that in the intermission.
Yeah.
I've literally refreshed it right from the file that was sent to me, which is very frustrating, I have to say. The paint he's sent me and the one on in the folder looks like the right one as well, which is bizarre. Right, let's go for a bit of this, shall we?
Just seen Jaden Scott in second place at the moment, a front row for a Pro-Am driver. So although Jamie Wilson is doing a fantastic job in 5th place, if the Pro-Am Championship leader's ahead of you, it's going to add a little bit of pressure to Jamie, unless Jamie's just going to feel that if Jaden starts battling with the likes of Manuel and Stephen Walker, who both had an incident last week, maybe Jamie will be hoping with how narrow this track is that maybe something else can happen again and perhaps give him a freebie and a chance at that championship.
Absolutely. Excuse me, sorry. That's going to be a feature of the evening.
On the Yams, meanwhile, they're all quite low down on the board at the moment, but standing out is the first two, being Chesney and Fraser, both fighting for that championship. Also in 3rd place in AMS is Oliver Payne. So far an absolutely fantastic qualifying lap from him.
Yeah. I don't think I can do that, no. Hang on, I need to delete that there and then rename this here. Bear with me, folks, I'm desperately trying to get this right.
On to the last 30 seconds
Oh,
of
you're just pressuring
qualifying.
me now, Jay.
Just watching a couple more people try and get some laps in. This is heat racing, so as soon as that timer in 15 seconds is done, we're quite watching Dennis Tischler to see if he gets any additional places up. And looks like he's staying 14th for now. Derek's staying at 23rd, and 18th we've got Fraser Geraghty. Can he get any improvement and get above
No.
Chesney? No, not quite.
Denied. Absolutely denied. Right then, folks. Sorry about the camera work there. I can only do one thing at a time. Right. Let's go to grid, shall we? I just got to wait for somebody to join the grid, and then I can extend the grid. There we go, there's that. I shall choose this camera here. I shall extend gridding. I shall also try and do two things at once and reset all the paints. Sorry about the graphics. And Manuel Saralegui will lead us away this evening. His qualifying time was ridiculous over Jaden Scotton, who will join him on the front row. Stephen Walker will go off in 3rd. 4th will be Pete Newman. Jamie Wilson goes off 5th. That's very, very handy. 6th will be the very, very fast Renee. Thomas Asboth will go off 7th. Carl Hardy off 8th. RDJ will go off 9th. 10th will be Daniel Lewis. Euro Larkin off 11th. 12th will be Deck Crowther. 13th will be Tony Walker. Dennis Tischler off 14th. 15th will be Stefan Goebel. 16th will be Chris Needham. Chesney Vandenbroek will go off 17th. 18th will be Fraser. Oliver Payne will go off 19th. I've tried correcting that OD payment, but it won't do it, so I think that's something that's bleeding in from Apex Academy. 20th will be Paul Hurley. Cedric Sommerins will go off 21st. 22nd will be Jonathan Bradford in his first race with us. Derek Wilkins will be 23rd. 24th will be Chris Dixon. 25th will be Darrell Wright, and Michael Hall brings up 26th. And Jeff Saunders in his usual starting position. He doesn't qualify. Let's start from the back. 27th this evening. As we wait for everybody to join the grid. Stop flashing your lights at the back. I don't know who that is exactly. I think it might be Darrell Wright. Let me see if I can get a camera where he can't. Yeah, there we go. Can't see it now. That's excellent. Let's move over to show. Oh, why did you start doing that? Deary me. Right, your driver's getting penalties. Sorry.
There's a lot of drivers there who I feel are going to be getting penalties. Pete, which if everyone's doing it, then technically nobody loses.
That doesn't help me at all. That does not help me at all. Right, folks. Lights will be coming on now. 5 lights out, and we will go racing at Oscherseleben. And we are go. Manuel was away well. Thomas was not.
Poor start from Jaden, which is allowed both. Oh, Jaden Wilson was a fantastic start there as well. Both the Audis getting the jump on Jaden Scott here. And Jaden, this is not the place where you want to be going more than 2 wide. And Jaden's going to be taking the outside line, which means Jamie Wilson's going to get an overtake done, I think, quite easily. Pete Newman looking to get his way into the door, and it looks like everyone's gone through there pretty safely. There's a bit of door banging on the exit of 2, but that's to be expected as we go into Hasselroder. That's once again, apologies for my pronunciation on that. It's I'll never get better. Approaching the triples, and we could see a lot of back ends falling out here.
What's happened to Fraser? Where is he? Oh, he's just got shoved
There's
out
a lot
onto
of
the
2
grass.
wides just there, and it's a lot of traffic management just there as one of the racing hydro forces. Cars going off completely wide end rather than going straight onto back onto the course there. They're taking the scenic route and getting some lawn mowing done.
Yeah, that was Euro Larkin that was out trimming the weeds.
Now I'm surprised we've gone through a whole section just there of nobody getting a slowdown on the Tour de Biol before McDonald's. So fantastic job from everybody here, and we all go into single file, and this, we'll be honest, there's going to be very little movement I feel on the passing, apart from just here where we got Cedric looking to get a gap between Darrell and Michael Hall just there. Michael was going to have the inside, a bit of smoke in front.
Yeah, I think in trying to fix Michael Hall's paint, which it hasn't, I've ruined Cedric's paint, which is unusual. Not Cedric's. It's Darrell's, isn't it?
That's Darrell's paint just there. Darrell going for a... there's someone right at the back as well with completely... Oh no, it might be Jeff actually.
I think it's Jeff. Jeff's always
paint.
like that. Oh, Pete Newman down the inside of Stephen.
Yep, both by the side here, and Jaden just nestling behind. Jaden with his position in the championship can afford for Jamie Wilson to finish at least 3 places in front, but obviously you never want to give somebody an inch where they end up trying to take a foot.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
Jaden having to be very patient here as 2 extremely fast drivers in front of him. Do battle,
Oh!
and there's been a big incident at the back there.
Yeah, I don't know what the
Darryl
cause of
Wright.
that was. I think it was Darryl. We're
Darryl
going to
coming
have a
off
look
the
at that.
worst on that one.
Yeah, what happened here? Michael Hall down the inside, Darryl staying wide.
Cedric as well. And
Oh, yeah, he just didn't give Cedric
Phil.
the room. Ooh.
Yeah, Phil Darryl sort of closed the door a little bit too soon. He would have had the spotters, I would imagine.
I would think
He
so.
still
Yeah,
had somebody on the inside there.
yeah,
It's
shame for him.
it's a corner that does throw people out with understeer, but so Darryl had a good enough speed through there that he could get the late apex on there. Unfortunately, there was another car in the way which would quite a nose in.
Yeah, so 2 Audis in second and third here, Jay. This is interesting. Jamie Wilson making that work for him, up 3 places from his start position.
Absolutely brilliant start, Pete. And the Audi is probably not the best car to use around here, but we're definitely being proven wrong by these two in second and third at the moment. Still Manuel Saleh in the lead with a over 2-second gap now between him and the fighting pack behind. A lot of single file racing going on at the moment. It's now just a case of someone needs to make a mistake somewhere and everybody else needs to try and take advantage of it.
Yeah, Michael Hall, though, carving his way through at the moment. That's Chris Dixon he's lifting out of that corner now. So he's through there. Up 8 places already. He's doing a Jeff Saunders here.
Just in front, Chesney and Chris Needham side by side, about to go into triple here.
Got him.
If I was one of these two, I would definitely back out here, or it's definitely going to end in tears. They're still by the side of each other, both giving enough pace, and that sausage curve there can sometimes wreak havoc, but Chesney keeps it going, and that's brilliant racing by both.
It is.
Affording each other a lot of space there. I've seen a lot of incidents there this week, and Chesney trying to fight his way into getting that top 15th place at the moment, which for him will be absolutely invaluable. I can hear a churning of metal in front somewhere.
Oh, can you?
But I think it might just be a little bit of door banging. I'm not seeing any trails in the sand as Stefan and Demis both close together. Stefan looking to get the up and under. There's going to be enough that maybe the Hydro race and a little bit more of a tap. Bit of rubbing just there.
Yeah, there was
a lot of momentum.
Door slammed shut on the outside by Demis Tigchalar there.
Yep, Dennis is just taking a handful of kitty litter into the car with him, so...
Oh, this is getting messy.
Good transition to the front just there. Jamie Wilson is not in the position he wants to be right here. Jaden's just behind, ready to pounce if needed.
Yeah, I think Jamie's chiefest concern is that he's gone from second to fourth in 2 corners.
Yep, but it looks like he just manages to defend from Pete just there. But great move from Stephen there. Must have had a fantastic exit.
Come back to whatever that was.
14.
Oh, I do not like it when they pop out in braking zones. I really don't like it. I just see crash written all over it.
I think Jaden behind him's absolutely loving it though.
Yeah.
We're going to presume that Pete's going to be doing everything he can to try and get by. Meanwhile, you've got Carl Hardy right behind Jaden Scotton as well, who Carl will be looking at trying to take as many extra points as possible on his side as well. 4 tenths of a second behind, and then a nice 8-tenth gap between Carl and Rene at the moment. Rene, who's got Tamas by the side of him by the looks of it, and the timing, they could be going next to each other.
No.
Tamas looks like he must have
got it done
at the last moment, because they're literally side by side in that one there. There's been a little bit of an incident behind which you flashed your camera over to a second. For a second, I didn't quite see.
It was Hura Larkinen on the grass, so he's he's meatballed as well. Right, I'm gonna have to find that. It's this. I don't know what's caused this. I mean, he's on his own.
Turn number 1, so I bet he's taking that first corner a little bit too hard there. And look at that, just a bit of
wow! Sailed through it and then ding.
Oh, just hitting the wheel just there.
Yeah, broken suspension.
Any other angle, and I bet that car would have been absolutely fine as somebody else went off just as he was just about to try and get onto the course. Someone in cancel colours. Didn't quite see who it was.
I think it was Jonathan Bradford.
Meanwhile, Michael Hall has got ahead of Chesney. Very quickly on battle just before them. And
Stefan and Demis again.
Triples, you have to be so disciplined with your lane actions just there. And if you end up tapping any of those sausages on the inside.
Oh, and Jamie Wilson with a slowdown.
Oh, good spot just there. And where's he going to end up serving it?
And Stefan with a slowdown, and Michael Hall with a slowdown, and Chesney with a slowdown. What is going on lap 5?
Pass on the outside, and Jamie's just managed to serve that slowdown there. A little bit of touching just there. Jamie's going to have the inside of this next corner here.
Excuse me.
Oh, and that little thrust on the inside just there from Pete Newman.
Oh, not 3 wide, please.
Go 3 wide just here. To be honest, the outside here is probably a good line to take, because it really restricts the inside line and being able to use all the track on the exit. And Jaden, look at that. Literally, Jaden, that outside line is managed to get in front of Kyle Hardy.
Yeah, Daniel and Tamas side by side here. Nice move by Daniel, like that.
Yep, Tamas decided to lift off a little bit earlier by the looks of it, which is my recommendation.
This is silly, this. This is 4th place back to, I don't know, what's Tony Walker got? 12th. 4th to 12th in one massive line.
And then you've got 4 cars behind them who are hoping for some sort of incident that's going to lift them deep into the top 15 for race number 2.
Yeah.
15th place currently occupied by Stefan Goebel at the moment. So Michael Hall's going to be looking to expand on the 10 places he's already gained. It's fantastic for a track like this, which is so hard to get an overtake done at the moment. He's going to be looking at trying to get a little bit closer to Stefan as much as he can on this one. Just look at this, everyone trying their way through, and nobody on there, by the looks of it, managed to get a slowdown.
Yeah,
which,
I know.
Will infuriate everybody in that line there.
In another league, far, far away, Manuel Saralegui is leading the race by a whopping 4 seconds. They're going to have to do something about this in the second of tonight's races, I would think. Stephen has managed to get himself a 1.7 second lead thanks to all the other crap that's been going on behind. At the minute, Jamie Wilson brings the rest of the field with him.
Yeah, all Jaden in this group will want to do is he'll just want everything to finish as it is, just to keep himself with a nice cushion on everybody else. A very wide line just there from Jamie, but what that will do,
that works for the Audi though. Yeah,
it does. You're turning less on the outside, you're scrubbing more speed. You do leave yourself really open to a car like the Veloster with a shorter wheelbase to turn in a bit tighter and just do enough to get your crew chief telling you that someone's on the inside. But Jamie got away with that one and got a really good exit to boot.
Pete Newman with the fastest of anyone, sector 3 on that last lap. So he's now in clean air and has Stephen Walker for a target, and 10 minutes to do something with it.
Yep, I feel completely doable there, and that's an interesting line by Jaden on that one. I'll tell you what, I think Jaden's actually managed to get a good run on Jamie Wilson, but Jamie Wilson does have the advantage as Stefan Goebel has a slowdown there.
Yeah, that's out of that same corner. And Chris Needham going for a shot here on Demis. Oh, nice braking if he can get it stopped. He does. Lovely.
Mate, and I think we're going to have Demis with a nice up and under here, but no, Demis
he's come right out of the gas.
Yeah, the speed completely disappearing from that Hyundai just there, and Chris gets a really good, really nice overtake done there. I can't believe that it's still, well, this time it's 5th place, all the way down to 12th at the moment. It's just a group of racers just all waiting for somebody else to make a mistake somewhere, and it's going to potentially cause a couple of desperate throws to the inside on the final couple of laps. We've still got 8.5 minutes left, so that's probably going to be enough for another 5-6 laps. I reckon about 6 laps.
Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah, not that I can ever count. I always miss the white flag anyway.
Tamas in. Tamas getting a bit close there, but a nice late apex means he's going to get a look at that run.
Oh, nice.
Just there, but if you end up throwing it on the inside to these next couple of corners, then you're really well, first of all, it's dangerous. Second, the chances of a slowdown for one of you or both of you getting eliminated is even higher. It's Chris Needham with another slowdown.
And Cedric as
there.
well.
But also 3, you're both going to lose so much time in that battle that everyone that they're chasing at the moment is just going to be off in the distance. And yeah, that's not good for Cedric at all. He does have Fraser behind him. Fraser seems to have lost a lot of places since the start. So I don't know if you have anything on your screen or if Fraser just had a very unlucky first couple of laps of placement.
No, I think it's this. This is when he was
Or
in...
is this the incident from early on, I'm guessing?
Yeah. So in the
this
melee, this is a good way to view it,
Cedric.
actually.
Yeah, I agree. And ooh, a little bit of avoidance just there, and that's allowed a couple of people to get through.
Jeff Saunders, the man who never picks up any incident points ever.
He went through that with absolutely, it was like Moses.
Yeah.
Apart
Ooh,
from we're in
what's going on
Germany
here?
and not
Something going on.
Yeah, that was very close there.
This is intimate now.
And it's the same two who've been battling each other all race, and they just cannot get away from each other.
I'm the lead orange car. No, I'm the lead orange car.
No, my car looks better with black accents. No, mine looks better with black accents. I have a feeling that this race is going. These two's race is going to happen till the very end.
Yeah.
It's going to happen all through race 2. They're both going to pit at completely different times, but they'll end up with each other at the end of the second race as well. That is. I'm not going to make any predictions on the winner for race 2 tonight, but that is going to be my main prediction for the whole of this evening. Daniel Lewis and Tamas Aswaf are just. They're going to be inseparable to the point that one of them's going to get on one knee by the end of the second race.
Oh, and that's a lot of time lost there from Tamas.
Yeah,
He's putting himself right in the clutches of Ronald de Jong, RDJ.
Yeah, RDJ is looking to break the ceremony here. Can't quite. Even though it's one of the longest straights on the course, Pete, like you've got to really nail that final corner exit because it just still doesn't feel like enough time. And with the danger of turn 1, it's making a lot of people right now think twice about making that dangerous move, because there's nothing worse than getting it wrong and having to start the second race all the way at the back in a track like this where it's nearly impossible to. It's like a country road in some places.
Paul Hurley is the current leader of AM class, but he's got Chesney for close company.
Yep, it means he's got past Chesney as well. And Chesney was leading the AMs at some point, so both know each other quite well by now, know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and like we've seen with Paul the last couple of rounds, actually, when he has a good race, he has a bloody good race.
Right, back up here, because this is getting hot now. Do you think Jaden's going to get frustrated with Jamie, or is he happy to stay in behind him?
I think he's going to be happy to stay. It will all depend on what Carl does behind, but I think Carl's quite a calm driver himself, to be honest, and will be quite happy where he is as long as he's in the topmost positions, getting some points, which leads us to our fourth contestant in today's episode of Who Will Break First, Rene Earhart, who is just lurking behind, and obviously it's not completely impossible that Pete has lost his championship. It's going to take some sort of miracle starting with this race, but Rene will see these 3, and I'm pretty sure Rene will probably be the most desperate out of the 4 to try and get some places. Now, if he decides to try and take a bite to try and get past Carl Hardy, we'll see. And will that make Carl a bit more desperate to try and put another car between him and Rene? Very unlikely, but not impossible. Now it's Daniel Lewis getting in front of Tamas now, and I think they're actually swapping positions, aren't they?
Yeah, they
so
are.
It's back and forth.
Yeah, this is constant at the minute. Every time they battle, they bring RDJ back into it. And Tony Walker there, lurking at the back of this, has got a decision to make because he's 12th at the minute, which means he's in a really good position for the second of tonight's races, in theory.
I think he'll be happy where he is at the moment.
Yeah.
But the 4 in front of him are getting racing quite well with each other, so don't discount the fact there could be a freebie here. We're currently on watching Michael Hull, who has made up 11 positions in race 1, which is a fantastic feat in a place like this. He occupies 15th place with the reverse grid of our heat races, means he will start in pole position. Stefan Go will be doing what he can to try and catch up, but he is, with every single lap going by, just slowly leaking 10th after 10th after 10th, and is nearly a full second behind. He's going to make the most of any bit of slipstream that he can get right now.
Yeah, so Manuel Saralegui still leading at the moment. Stephen Walker 4.4 seconds behind. I think Manuel is happy to coast a bit more in his world now. Pete Newman in third there, who will be laughing all the way to the end of this particular race, because his chief competitor is Renee, and Renee is a few places behind him. Jamie Wilson is 2.7 seconds behind Pete Newman, and leads a little gaggle of cars here, which has been extremely competitive right from the start of the race. Then there's a bit of a jump after this group back to Daniel Lewis, who leads a train of 5 cars here, which has been, well, it's been difficult to look away from this one.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just wondering what the 3 cars behind Daniel and Thomas are thinking right now. Like they must have eyes literally everywhere at the moment. Kind of similar to the situation we have in 5th place at the moment. Someone's going to end up trying something first, and it's a bit more interesting with that one because there's 2 people obviously fighting on that one. But here, as we hit that white flag, I think these 4 might be content with that last lap, and we won't see any position changes there unless there's any big mistakes. But here, I think we're going to see one last gasp from Tamas here.
And the group behind now as well. The group behind has got really busy. This one.
And tell you what, Stefan, who was nearly a second behind at the moment, I think we're about to get something just here. And there's been another pass here. Daniel Lewis and Thomas both again. Once again, cannot keep away from each other. And a horrible exit out of that corner means that RDJ is going to have an opportunity here. Is he going to stick a nose in? He just backs out at the last second. Thomas manages to get back onto the racing line, and he survives that one. I don't think we're going to see much more from that one. In fact, a little bit of contact just here, and a little bit of a Constantina means Derek nearly going into the back of RDJ, but they all keep going. A few throws of the lefts and the rights. It's like watching Audrey Harrison in his prime at the moment.
Pete Newman with a slowdown. Still trying to shed it at the minute.
Doesn't look like we're going to get any more moves just there as Manuel Saralegui goes through the final corner, and Manuel gets the first win of Heat 1 tonight at Oscherseleben. A little bit of dance at the front there for the crowd. They're absolutely loving it. Stephen Walker in 2nd place and Pete Newman completing the rest of that podium place. Jamie Wilson winning in Pro Rounds with Jane Scott and Carl Barney just behind. Renee lurking there as well, and a fantastic race with all 5 of these. As who ended up... Did Tamas manage to get in front of?
No.
Daniel Lewis there? No, he didn't, no.
This is still going as well. Chesney trying to chase down Paul Hurley, but that didn't work. Paul Hurley gets the class win there for Am.
And that's going to make Ams even closer after this race, where 3rd and 4th place are getting the top points just there.
Seen your message, the Great Orange War of Oscherseleben. And we're going to get it again after the break. Fraser over the line there. Euro will be the last of the cars to cross the line. After what we saw him take that excursion and had to pit with a meatball. And Jonathan finishes it in pit road. He's not moving at the minute. So yeah, that was a dramatic race. I really like that. Let's see how it finished, folks. I think I click this one, don't I, and then do this. No, I don't. This one? Hide that. Show this. That's not right either. That's the right one. Pete knows what he's doing through the haze of his man flu. Right, so Manuel Saralegui won our first of tonight's heats here at Oscherseleben for CLN Racing by a whopping 5 seconds, we'll call that. So impressive, so fast, so like metronomic, you know. Unbelievable, Jay, that really, isn't it? 5 seconds in a 20-minute race.
Not bad at all.
Not bad. Stephen Walker finished second this evening for BSTV Pink. Pete Newman finished in third place for Result X Pure Sims. That's your, I forgot what they're called, podium tonight. Now we go on to the Pro-Am podium straight away. Top of the pile, Jamie Wilson there, fourth overall, but top Pro-Am car for Team Chimera. Jaden Scotton, second in class, fifth on track for JC Academy Gold, and sixth on track, third in class, Carl Hardy for Result Clothing. Then we've got the Megafast Renee Earhart, 7th for Cutting Corny TCR team. Daniel Lewis was 8th for Blade Designs SRL. Thomas Osboth was 9th for Spin and Tow Motorsport with RDJ. Ronald de Jong, 10th for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Deck Crowther got 11th for Blade Designs SRL. 12th was Tony Walker for BSTV Pink. Demis Tigchalar managed 13th for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Chris Needham, who was in the thick of that battle with Demis, all the way through, 14th for Air Smart Racing. Michael Hall finished 15th in the end. I don't know how many places that was from his start position, but it was a lot. For Result X, for Result X Pure Sims, I went cross-eyed for a minute. Stefan Goebel was 16th for VTS Esports. Michael Hall finished in the reverse grid position. Suspicious, Jay?
No, not at all. The amount of positions that he's made, it's well deserved in my opinion.
Yeah, I just think could he have got another couple? Paul Hurley was your top AM class car over the line in 17th, Blade Designs SRL with Chesney Vandenbroek. Second in class, 18th on track for JC Academy Silver. 19th and third in class, Chris Dixon, work car by Result. That is a great result for Chris Dixon. Well done to him. He'll be celebrating that one with some fake champagne for a long time. Oliver Payne, 20th tonight. Cedric Somerains, 21st for JC Academy Silver with Jeff Saunders, 22nd. Derek Wilkins, 23rd for Nitro Alliance with Fraser Garrity, 24th for Insignia Motorsport. Ura Larkinen was 25th for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Jonathan Bradford was 26th, and Darrell Wright had issues right at the beginning for Result Clothing iRacing team and was 27th. And there are no other pages. I've run out of drivers. So we shall now go and have a look at what's going on out here in the world of cars going around the track. Let's see if anybody actually pits. What's the biggest risk with pit lane entry, do you think?
Overrunning that first corner, to be honest.
Leaving the pits, yeah?
Oh, well.
Oh, or overrunning the first corner of the pit lane entry, right? Sorry, yes with you.
Yeah, I mean you can cut the pit entry a fair bit here with the regular racing line. Luckily, it gives you an extra 100 yards for watching. Yeah, people are braking after the racing line, so it shouldn't cause too many issues. Still would recommend, if any of the drivers can hear this right now, to still announce when you're going in for the pits, just for safety's sake.
Yeah.
Hopefully nobody ends up getting a tag from behind or anything like that. But as you can see, it's not kind to you, and maybe just practicing that pit entry could get you a couple of attempts, which could be the difference between finishing behind and in front of somebody, which we've already seen how hard it is to pass here.
Yes.
Maybe people are going to get it done during the pits. And speaking of making it hard to pass here, we will get many people undercutting and see if they can get anything like that done, or are people going to just ride the slipstream, the coattails of someone quicker, and hope that it gives them a slight advantage that way. There's so many different tactical directions you can go on a course like this.
Yeah, well, with pit lane being such a journey, that's
one way to do it. I don't know if that's going to give you a... I'm just going to have a quick look at his, see if he's going to be given a black flag for that.
No, I don't think he is.
I don't know if that's given a... Has he got an off track for that one?
I don't think he has.
He's got 3 off tracks in total on this one. This is the only time I'll tell people out loud how many off tracks you got in a session.
Yeah,
but
that's fair, isn't it? Right, let's...
Yeah,
oh, we're going to grid. Right, okay. Nearly got caught out by that. There we go. Just extend gridding, and I'll bring the grid up, folks, while Jay tries to figure out how many penalties you get for doing that. Michael Hall will lead us away for the feature race. Feature race is 40 minutes, folks. Same amount of fuel, so you have to pit. And that's going to be one of the biggest features of this particular race. Stop flashing your lights at the back. Or at the front. Chris Needham will join Michael on that front row once they join the grid. Demis Tuchula will go off third. Fourth will be Tony Walker. Dec Crowther will go off fifth. Sixth will be RDJ, Ronald de Jong. Thomas Asboth will go off seventh. Eighth will be Daniel Lewis. Ninth will be Renee. 10th will be the Pie Man, Carl Hardy. Jaden Scotland will go off 11th. 12th will be Jamie Wilson. 13th excuse me, will be Pete Newman. 14th will be Stephen Walker. Lucky Wookie Walker. Manuel Saralegi will go off in 15th. 16th will be Stefan Goebel. 17th will be Paul Hurley. Chesney Vandenbroek will go off 18th. 19th will be Chris Dixon. 20th will be Oliver Payne. 21st will be Cedric Somerains. 22nd will be Jeff Saunders. 23rd will be Derek Wilkins. 24th will be Fraser Geraghty. 25th will be Ura Larkinen. Jonathan Bradford will go off 26th. And Daryl Wright will go off 27th. And I am going to try desperately to find a camera that doesn't show someone flashing the bleeding lights. That one. Oh, everybody's at it. Oh, really, Michael? I thought better of him.
I don't know why they keep doing that. They must have the broadcast on and just hear the complaining or something. They're just gluttons for punishment, I think, Pete.
You did the same thing.
No comment.
Right. I've got the camera focused on... Will you just quit it? Got the camera focused on Demis at the moment as we start to go to start line. When the lights go out, we go right... Oh, that was quick. That was very quick. Good grief.
It's caught a lot of people off there.
It has. It has. Look at this. People left behind at the back as we go into the first.
In third to fifth at the moment. It's a cluster of people at the front, and then
Oh!
There's our first, and it's Renee who's been taken.
It
just
is.
there by one of the
That-
orange and a hydro race car as well.
Ooh, that could be championship defining stuff. Given that it's Renee.
Jay who went off as well. And that's Renee with a meatball and towed to pits as well.
No way.
So
3 of them in the pits.
I'm going to confidently say if Pete Newman finishes this race, that's championship sorted.
I think you're right. I think you are right.
So everybody else playing nice in the triples at the moment.
Yeah.
To go on to the very, very tight turn number 7. And there's a lot of top and tailing at the moment, but nothing too bad happening here. If we're going through without too much of an incident here, I'm not seeing any slowdown. So it seems like apart from that turn 1 there, it's been a pretty solid set of first couple of laps here at Oscherseleben, which we weren't quite expecting, as Eurolakin gains another place, going past Jeff Saunders this time, now into the top 20. Michael Hall already 7 tenths in front of Chris Needham. There's Titular in 3rd place. The top 5 actually unchanged from how we started off.
Yeah, Michael Hall trying to make a bolt for it now. I feel terrible for Renee because he's now out of the session. Ooh, these two again. Oh no, it's not. It's not. It's different people. This is Dec Crowther this time. Yeah.
Just seems like Tamas has got I would say seeing red, but he's definitely seeing orange at the moment.
Ooh, who's that in the background?
Chesney. Ooh, Cedric takes the wide, a little bit wide there, but he manages to get it straight back onto that racing line.
Yeah, it was nice.
Whiter abruptly, very close to the front of Fraser. Fraser may have to lift off a little bit more than expected, but put Cedric in front of Fraser, both fighting for that AM championship at the moment. Remember, no AMs managed to finish race 1 in the top 15.
Cedric's just pulled a slow down.
Let's see how he tries to get rid of it here. Let's hope that he doesn't try and serve it whilst holding other people up. Slow down should be your priority, not anybody else's. And he seems to have got rid of that whilst keeping reasonably close to Paul Hurley in front of Paul. If he can pull off a double ring win here, he has to still get in front of Chesney. But if Paul pulls off a good result here, then that's we already discussed how close that hand championship is.
Yeah.
Person third in the standings and fourth as well, finish in front of Fraser and Cedric, then that goes into next week as an absolute blockbuster.
So Michael Hall leads the race on lap 3. All goes well, he'll get the full lead lap quota of 3 points for this race. Chris Needham is in second with a decent lead over Demis Tigchalar at the moment, who has also pulled away from Tony Walker, which is no mean feat. He is very quick these days. Thomas Asboth is in 5th place. Carl Hardy's up 4 places from his start. He's doing very well. Deck Crowther getting a bit of attention there from Jamie Wilson. And then Jaden Scotton behind Jamie again in this race.
Passing 17th.
Oh, what?
Fraser and Cedric at the moment side by side in one of the most dangerous parts.
Whoa.
The second Fraser gets
Nice.
it done. What a pass. They were trading places on the entrance of turn number 7. I was watching that on the map just there. And Fraser just with a bit of a cleaner exit there and managed to get the move on turn numbers 8 and 9, which I wouldn't recommend, but if you can get it done, then I don't know if you can get a replay of that one.
I will try and find it, yeah.
It looks absolutely epic as Jonathan Bradford with a slowdown down in 24th at the moment. Just getting a feel for the grid, it seems, Mr. Bradford. Yeah, it all started here with Cedric going a little bit wide, a little bit of a spin as well.
Yeah.
And Fraser takes advantage. They keep each other plenty of space. Look at that, it's brilliant. A slightly quicker outside line as Fraser able to get his steering wheel straighter. And then I think Cedric just backs out of this one slightly. He does. Fraser with a little bit more bravery and takes the racing line into that corner to the point that Cedric cannot do a thing at all. Brilliant pass from Fraser.
Yeah, that was excellent. Right, so Thomas Asboth separates himself from all the other orange cars a little bit. I fear that is going to be short-lived. Oh, Cedric. Cedric's been off track and come back on again.
I would probably bank on that technique in too much of a track off the exit.
Ooh, who's that wide?
Chesney with a slowdown.
Yeah.
And this could have championship implications here. He's got nobody around him. If I was Cedric, I'd just take these next 2 corners quite wide, or the first one wide, and then get yourself prepared for a good exit here.
Yeah. He's not burnt it off just yet.
Paul 2.2 seconds behind at the moment.
Still
Cedric
not
just
got
takes
rid of
this
it.
one wide here.
No, he's
and
gone.
he's taken, there we go. And that's given Paul Hurley a bit of a mental lifeline there.
Carl Hardy, that's right folks, Carl Hardy with the fastest sector 1 and sector 2 of anybody, fastest lap, fastest lap. Has everybody else got like weights in the back of the car? I'm not sure. This is the biggest crowd of cars here. Ooh.
Oh, Manuel's getting quite a few blinks just there from Manuel. I'm just wondering if his disconnections may be stopping him from really attacking the pack at the moment.
I think he's probably just biding his time. He's got Stephen Walker, who's almost impossible to pass in any car, in front of him. Stephen knows exactly what he's doing with that car. He's won this championship so many times. It'll be difficult for Manuel to get past him, and I'm not sure that Stephen won't be doing some form of fuel savage. Oh, wrong car. Sorry. We want this one. Let's just have a listen.
Yeah, usually you brake a little bit later, and then when we can hear Stephen quite clearly actually lifting before the braking zone. That also helps the touring car turn into each corner. Obviously, lifting off the throttle just means that the weight of the car goes a little bit more towards the front. Gives you that little extra boost at the beginning of your turn. But also, what we know that he's using it for is just for a little bit of fuel saving whilst everybody else is bunching up the pack in front.
Yeah, Jamie Wilson breaking the toe for Jaden there and making sure he was on a defensive line. So Jamie Wilson concerned that he might get a car put down the inside there into that turn 1.
This also means we're in the position they are at the moment. Yeah, there we go. That should be quite a simple pass there. Manuel's going to perhaps try and get a bit of momentum there, but not quite enough. But what I was saying just then, Jamie Wilson actually managed to get past Jane Scotton at the race start there. But I think Jaden's going to be still quite content where he is. He's got a lot of... He's had less bad races what Jamie Wilson has when it comes to the drop week. So he can relax here. He can try and just take a couple of places here and there through the pits. And just as long as he doesn't let Jamie get too far in front of him.
Oh, Tony Walker's just overtaken Dennis.
Oh, no, it's side by side at the moment.
Oh, they are side by side, yeah. Oh, he's not quite managed it there. Oh, now there's a crowd.
Yeah, and Tamas, a little bit of a tap there. Cal Hardy's going to try the inside, maybe a late lunge here. He doesn't go for it in the end.
Look at this.
Just going to bunch everybody else up.
Yeah.
Behind them, everybody else is now even closer. There's actually a overtake opportunity going on behind with Manuel and Pete Newman. No, sorry, it's not. It's Daniel Lewis and Manuel. Sorry, my fault.
Oh, ow.
Ooh, a little bit of a tap just there, but Manuel keeps it on, keeps it stuck to the inside, which stops Pete Newman from having a go there. And Manuel is right on the tail of Daniel Lewis at the moment. Pulls out wide and
he's going to cut back.
Oh, nice.
There we go. Nice.
It's going to be a bit later on the brakes just here. And I think Daniel's just going to ride the outside.
People overtaking everybody else around here. This is a cameraman's nightmare at the moment because everybody's at it. Where's Manuel gone now?
How many people are getting overtakes done on that corner, to be honest?
Loads
and
of
it
them.
surprises me even more how many are managing to take the outside. Yeah, Paul Hurley and Fraser now fine. This is the top 3 in the championship, by the way.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Going at it, and yeah, Paul Hurley, Fraser Geraghty.
There's no points between them, is there, in the league? There's literally hardly anything at all.
Every position counts at the moment for this one, and I tell you what, if it's Fraser catching up to Paul Hurley, both competitive with each other, not just here but in other leagues like SRL as well, when their leagues on Fridays. It's they'll know each other from there. They'll know each other's
here we go.
And there we go. And Jana Scotland, as well as I think it's Carl Hardy. And I heard
Carl's gone mega wide.
And that has slowed down Jaden a little bit, but also who's going to end up braking? Who's practiced their braking points?
Is that Pete Newman? Yeah.
And yeah, Pete Newman in as well, deciding to jump in and try and get the undercut in. And it's not just Carl's race, which may have gone up in smoke there, but also Jaden's as well.
Yeah, that's going to be costly. I kind of want to go and look at the start of the race again because there's lots of people caught out by the fact that the flag marshal just went from lights on to lights out with no warning at all, no delay.
Yeah. Speaking of flags, Carl Hardy has an unsafe pit entry.
Oh, he does. I didn't know you could get that for going wide.
It may have overrun that line slightly. I did see that him and Jaden had slightly different braking points there. But this is going to be a nightmare for I think we're going to see Jamie Wilson come in this lap. Because at the moment he's stuck behind Tamas, which Tamas is quick, but Jamie perhaps might think that clean air is quicker for him.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on this.
Yeah, and he's
got a good run.
Quite close here.
Tony Walker.
If he makes a move here, Pete, he's just going to lose even more time. And every 10th counts with Jaden at the moment. But these two fighting in front could bunch up everybody behind right now. And if they carry on going too wide into this corner...
Oh, he's just lost the position.
Tamas goes in, and that's slowed everybody down behind.
And there's a bunch of them gone.
And that's including Jamie Wilson, who's getting slowed down. with Thomas in front.
Yeah.
And this is going to be interesting. I don't.
Where have they
James
gone?
not going to be audacious enough to try and do it.
Do a wobbly and
Slow
overtaking
down
the pit
just
road.
there. Wow, this could end up being so close here. Also got Manuel Saralegui behind as well, and we knew the pit entry was going to be
Drama?
dramatic, but not in terms of people running into each other.
No, that was ridiculous.
We might need to keep a camera on Jaden Scott in here because it's going to be
right.
him who's going to end up getting close. And there's Jaden over the line at the moment with Pete Newman in front.
Oh, really?
Oh no, not on this corner. This is the worst place. And there we go, we got it in.
Oops, wrong car.
And that's Chesney.
Right, so
And Jaden gets in front.
Manuel
Until
next
Manuel's
to Jaden. Wow.
Manuel's going to have that inside line, and to be honest, Manuel is going to try and take that move. If I was
He's done him.
Perfect.
Yeah, you
Jaden's
called
let him
that.
go. He knows he's quicker,
Yeah.
and he now has a car space between himself and Jay Wilson, who actually runs turn number 3 quite wide there. And
Yeah.
James actually just lost quite a little bit of time to Tamas in front. Now, James is going to be depending on Tamas a fair bit on that one. If we go back to this battle for 5th place at the moment, Stephen Walker has got ahead of Derek in this lap. See how many more jump into the pits this time. And
Oof.
tell you what,
Good
I thought 3 of them
grief.
were going in there.
Honestly.
Out of those 4, I thought 3 were about to go in.
Yeah, me
But
too.
in the end, it was the one that I didn't think was going in. that checked it.
So Stephen's now got his brother in front of him. And they've both got Demis in front of them. Michael Hall at the moment has a whopping 5.7 second lead over Chris Needham, who's got 3 seconds over the battle behind.
There we go, we got Tony
Stephen
trying to get
Walker.
past from one Walker to another.
Yep.
Stephen gets through.
Demis is just going to get double walked in a minute, man. Look at this.
A multi-pack of Walkers.
A multi-pack of walkers, that's class. Ronald de Jong now in the pits. As we watch this battle, I think Stephen, if he can't get past Demis, might peel off to the pits, but I thought that a bit earlier as well, and he didn't, so he might get this done. And if he gets this done, he's got a couple of laps of free space ahead, which means he's not going to pit. Yeah, he's done this.
Yeah,
Nice
we know
move.
he's been.
Oh, no, he
filmed.
hasn't.
He's not quite, but he's
No,
going
he's
to
gonna
have
get
the
it next,
inside
isn't
line
he?
here.
Yeah,
He's definitely going
yeah.
here. 100%. Tony Walker's going to
Wow,
inside there.
great break in Tony Walker.
So
Only
keep on the
Stefan.
inside here.
Right, so. Oh, Stefan! No. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
we've got
yes,
tyre track
yes.
just
yes.
there.
So he's going to
Has
get.
gone off.
He's going to get unsafe pit entry for that.
Potential-
Oh,
and
he's got
has
real
got
damage.
meatball?
Yeah, he's
Is he going to be
meatballed.
able to turn the car?
Only one way.
Oh,
Oh
Ow.
dear, I can't watch that. Right. So,
that's probably the worst, but also the best place to get a meatball.
yeah, because you're going to be on the shortest toe. Let's hope he can get that sorted out. Jura Larkinen. What happened to Jura Larkinen? Why did he drop so fast down the standings?
Is just exiting the pits.
Oh,
at
is
the
he? Right,
moment,
okay.
so-
Right. I was worried there that Jura had had some sort of terrible incident. Right, Stephen Walker will now not pit until he absolutely has to because he's got clean air. His brother's not going to bother pitting as well because he's got a great barometer in front of him and a pace man.
Absolutely. In fact, everyone in the top 12, there's apart from the group that we see right now, everyone in the top 12 has a nice bit of gap in front and behind them, so you can expect to see as many of these as possible just chilling, trying to get the most mileage out of their car. I tell you what, after his domination into race 1, you'll probably be shocked to hear that Jaden Scott is still...
Oh, somebody in
Ooh.
pit road. Who is that?
That was one of the... That was an orange car there.
Daniel Lewis did
No.
exactly the same as Stefan, just not quite as bad. That pit road is awful, isn't it?
It is. It's just
Absolutely awful. Who was that?
a lot
Daniel
of people
Lewis?
practicing, but not practicing enough.
I didn't
This
think
is
that
the
any
final
of
for
these
2
four would have
corners.
pitted. So he's gone into pit road.
Oh, that's fat. Oh, wow, that's a lot of speed.
Yeah, that is.
I'm very surprised that wasn't a meatball flag,
Yeah, it's
considering
true.
what happened with the likes of Stefan.
Oops, wrong button. So he's back out again anyway. Stefan is back out again as well, thankfully. Good grief, this race is doing nothing for my blood pressure. Right, I'm going to leave you here. I need to go to the big boys room, unless you want to take over the cameras for a minute.
I could keep here, to be honest, because this is where all the action is at the moment.
Yeah, true.
On
Okay,
board
I'll leave you with
with-
this. But I'll move it to Jada.
Sure.
Cool.
On board with Jaden Scott of JC Academy Gold at the moment, chasing down Manuel Saralag, which is something I've never thought I would really say, to be honest. Keeping within that second, which is giving him a nice opportunity to try and get away from not only chasing Tamas Asmoff, but more importantly, championship rival in Jamie Wilson. Tamas currently 0.8 behind Jaden, so he's going to get a little bit of a toe here. As long as Jaden can keep within that second manual, then he still has a sliver of hope trying to break away from these two. Do you feel that if Jamie Wilson does decide to do a move on Tamaso, that will be enough to break the toe, but will also give Jaden the danger of having Jamie Wilson behind him with clean air? Manuel Solage, after a absolutely dominating first race performance, winning by over 5 seconds, probably not climbing as high as he probably is hoping to, especially compared to those who started around like Pete Newman, but pretty comfortable in what will most likely be a very high position tonight. Perhaps with only Michael Hall maybe being in front of him as well as Pete Newman. You are currently, if you have just dropped in now, watching the feature race of the BSTV TCR Challenge Cup Season 22. We're currently on the feature race, waiting for the top 11 cars to still chuck themselves in for a pit stop, race number 2. 40 minutes with smaller tanks, meaning that a mandatory pit stop is required unless you're literally running on fumes for the whole race.
Right, I have returned. Sorry about that. It's a feature of it's a feature of my illnesses. Right, what's going on back here? Lots of action around Jeff Saunders, RDJ, Eura. Ooh, Racing Forces are ganging up on Jeff.
A pincer attack at the moment, but
Oh, Paul
for
Hurley.
a track like this,
Paul Hurley. Oh, he's okay. He's
Just
safe
Paul-
into the pits. Right, okay.
it has shown him with an off track still, but
Is it?
looks like he was crabbing about a little bit there.
Oh, let me have a look.
Same with Jonathan behind as well.
Okay.
Unless it's just going yellow because
I
they're
think it's
slowing down.
yeah, I think
maybe.
so. Yeah.
In which case, hopefully, no hits, no off tracks, no damage.
RDJ looking to relieve Jeff of the responsibilities of 20th place there. Job done for the Hydro Race Racing Forces duo. Gives the toe to his teammate. Nice move, actually. Good thinking, that, isn't it? In the heat of the
absolutely.
moment. Yeah.
Just seen that that Paul Hurley is actually only 7 seconds behind Chesney. I'm getting. Let me just have a quick look. Oh no, Chesney has pit. Sorry, I was looking at
Excuse me.
the wrong car just there.
Yeah.
I'm confused with the person who was up in 9th place. For some reason, it hadn't updated on my system. No, Chesney has pit as well, and Chesney in the battle for top AM, who have pit so far, is 2.5 seconds ahead of Paul Hurley. So we want to be keeping up the consistent laps there, hoping that any of the quicker cars like Laurent Guillon don't come up to him too quickly.
Yeah.
So it's keeping out of those slow down areas.
There's going to be quite a few cars on the way back through. Why is Carl Hardy so far down standings after such a positive run earlier?
did have the black flag for unsafe
Oh, he
entry.
did. Sorry. Yes.
So
Thank
he probably
you.
would have gone back in for a drive-through of,
Yeah.
or maybe with a hold. I'm sure it's just a.
I think it's
a
stop and
drive-through.
hold
Derek
once you're in,
Wilkins,
isn't it? Oh yeah.
Mr. Wilkins has a meatball flag all of a sudden.
Right. Let me find that. He jumped to the pits because of this. I'm assuming it's this. I don't know it's this.
It's going to
all
be.
looks
Oh,
good.
it's another pit entry.
Oh, it is as well. Oh, he's fast. Oh, he's fast. Oh, he's in the wall.
Has so many people.
That's the fourth, isn't it? At least.
Yeah, I think so. And that's definitely the second to get a meatball that I know of.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. Like how many how much difficulty people getting for this pit entry.
This is going to be interesting when we get to the end. Pete Newman ahead of Manuel Saralegui. We know how fast Manuel is, and he set the fastest lap of the race last lap. Not greatly faster than Pete Newman, but, well, 3/10. I suppose that is greatly faster than Pete Newman when you're talking about those sort of times.
So he's 0.7 behind at the moment, which means if he's in the slipstream, I dare say that his next lap, not this lap now, because doesn't seem to be breaking any records with that one, but still watch him get a quicker lap. Next lap will probably be, if he still hasn't passed Pete Newman, probably be his quickest lap of the race so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the best toe on track, hasn't he? If you want a toe from anybody right now, it's Pete Newman. Well, he'd get a toe from himself, but that's not possible.
Absolutely. Still the top 7 cars at the moment. We're waiting to see a pit stop from 7th place, occupied at the moment by Chris Dixon.
Yes,
who
it is.
Is probably the best arm on track when it comes to fuel saving.
He had a
And
very...
it's not even close.
Yeah, sorry, I was nearly talking over you. He had a very good race 1, third in class. Let's see if he
brilliant.
can... Yeah, let's see if he can repeat that. He's got open track. He's not got any pressure. I don't see him pitting until his fuel runs out. And that goes for Stephen Walker as well and Chris Needham. I don't know why Tony Walker's dropped off the back of his brother so much. It might just be that Stephen is so fast. And I can't see any of that top 7 doing anything but running this dry now, Jay. I really can't.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with you. I'm just having a quick look at the gap between them. The only one who's really is the only close battle between these two at the moment is Tony Walker and Chris Needham. But Tony could realistically, depending on how close he is to an extra lap of fuel, he might think he'll just want to camp behind Chris and just use him for
Fuel save? Yeah.
A little bit of lifting on the straights.
Chris Needham with the national flag of Germany on the roof of the car because of where we're racing. He's done this every race.
Belgium.
Hey? We apologise to all Belgians everywhere.
Oh, nice. Yeah, good point. Oh no, cancelled. I seem to get cancelled every race now. A good run of form here.
It's funny. Right, Euro Larkinen. Is he going to put a move on his own teammate? I'm not so sure. Chris Dixon with a slow down, slow down. Sorry, what were you saying then?
I was about to say let them fight, but at the same time, they are kind of probably hoping that Pete Newman and Michael will somehow slip up. They are the closest team to first place at the moment.
Yeah.
In the standings, as Derek Wilkins
gets out of the
goes out the way for the quicker lot. Which he doesn't have to do, but to be honest, it's probably the smartest thing to do.
Yeah, agree. Jaden Scotland still within sight of the top 2 that have pitted, that is.
He's actually starting to get away from Jamie Wilson as well. I wonder if Jamie, when he did finally get that move on Tamas, lost a little too much time. Have a look at their lap times at the moment. It is close between him and Pro-Am Championship leader Jaden at the moment. 0.1, 0.2 per lap is all it's taken, so it might be for... Well, actually, no, he's still got well over 10 minutes left, so...
Oh, yeah.
anything could still happen at this point. Someone could eventually underfuel, especially if they happen to be one of those front runners or people who dotted into the pits early.
Yeah, and we've still got 7 people who can crash into the wall at pit lane entry as well.
This is true.
Do you reckon that's just people who've not actually practiced the pit lane? Or no, because we saw a few people who very much had practice. And Stefan, this is his backyard, and he still managed to get the pit lane entry wrong. Is it just that they're in the zone of racing and therefore get the braking point wrong or carry too much speed? What do you think it is?
Potentially. I mean, there's also the added factor of they could be there when they're practicing their pits on the warm-ups or during practice. They're pitting on newer tyres. We're seeing people pit now after several laps of wear on these tyres.
Yeah, that's a very good
Not
point.
just that as well. You can practice all you want for the corner, but sometimes all you're doing is practicing for when it goes wrong.
Yeah, very, very good observation, especially on the tyre life point, because you will get used to braking at a certain point if you're practicing with, you know, fresh tyres. Maybe that is just what's catching these guys out. It's a big spread of ability levels as well that's getting caught out.
Yeah, absolutely. People who you think would know better, just having that moment, lapse of concentration going, or
Yeah.
a case of, like I said, just not used to a certain scenario that their tyres, the humidity, or just maybe dipping into the ABS, which, as we know, ABS is a great invention, but does slow down you slowing down. Which, if you're in the heat of the moment, you are going to hit that 100% a little bit more often than you'd want to. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say, Sir Alan says a tense finish building is coming on. Here we go. I did think this had happened now. Let's see if Michael, who's led every lap of this race, can get through this very tricky pit lane entry. Everybody else is carrying on by the look of this. Chris and oh no, they're not. Sorry. It's deceiving, this track, isn't it? When you're looking at the timing screen, you can't see that they're in pit lane until they are fully in pit lane. Who else is with
in
you?
as well.
Cedric going to join him? Yes, he is.
He is.
Stephen
And
Walker's.
This one's going to be an interesting one in the Audi, because the Audis
Yeah.
have been quite horrible with their braking. Look at that, perfectly done.
So good. He's so good. You called this, by the way. You said about Stephen Walker getting an extra lap out of it. Wonder what that does to his prospects of winning. Wonder.
I do feel with having that much clear track in front of him, this is Michael Hall's to lose now. But
Yeah,
I do feel Stephen Hall is very, very strong for a second place there. Especially with how close and bunched up all these are just here.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, if Michael's only just come out of the pits and he's actually... Oh no, I think I'm getting my bearings wrong. Oh yeah, Michael's only just come out of the pits and he's only just that far in front.
Yeah.
Wow, Pete and Manuel must have been running incredible laps from their early pit stops. So that undercut has nearly given Pete the lead here, and suddenly Manuel's in the unenviable position of having to take on the
Both.
championship leading team at the moment
Yeah.
to try and get a win here. Possibly, maybe apart from maybe Navarra, the hardest track in the season to try and get a pass on. And nice pit in. I'm just
Is
seeing
that too fast in, do you think?
No, I think
No,
that
is that
seems to be
good?
okay. I'm not seeing anything come up. I've seen someone has a slowdown a bit further on. That's Jamie Wilson with a slowdown.
Yeah. So these guys passing pit lane entry now. Stephen's
Be
moving.
the shortest
Ooh,
pit
this is
stop
gonna be
of the
close.
lot. I think Stephen's going to just get this here. Just depends how well Stephen can get out of here, and that's going to be a fantastic
Thank you, Fog.
camera angle for this. And there they come, just round the corner,
Ooh,
and
what's this? Oh wow.
Stephen's
wow.
going to have the outside line here.
Ooh.
And, nearly forced off the track, and Stephen's going to be fighting for
Oh
the lead
my.
here. And what a
Good
last
God.
8 minutes we're going to have here at Oscherseleben. Sorry, Germans.
That's epic. That is epic. So Alan called it.
all four are now fighting for the win. We're going to probably have one of the most exciting finishes here. Now, what's Michael Hall going to do here? Because Pete, I feel, is quicker than Michael.
Yep.
At the same time, Stephen Walker is going to have a lap of horrible grip on those tyres. I say that, but he's still getting away from Michael.
He is.
Imagine if Stephen Walker gets a slowdown just there.
The fastest of all of this group is at the back, Manuel Saralegui, and look at Stephen Walker go.
Yep. And I think Michael's letting Pete go.
I don't know that he's... Oh, yeah, he is, yeah.
Emmanuel goes in tight. Emmanuel's there's a bit of a contact just there, but I think Emmanuel's still going to have this inside line here. He's going to dive on the inside. There's
bit more touching.
A little return touch just there, and whilst I would be a little bit miffed, there was I'll be a little bit miffed if I was Michael there.
That was 50-50, but for me...
From the corner before, there was a little bit of a tap. Bit of a bigger tap maybe than what was warranted on that second to last corner. But Manuel will just consider that an eye for an eye. And now up to him to chase Pete, who I think Pete and Stephen are about to have a hell of a battle right now.
I mean, when you're talking about levels of wrongness, can one thing be wronger than the other?
Depends on how big the eyes are when it's an eye for an eye.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Just had your camera there on the battle for Am at the moment as Chesney's lead over Paul Hurley is getting smaller and smaller, to be honest.
Yeah, but RDJ and Yura are here now.
Yeah, and
look at that!
And that's going to be a godsend for Chesney. Chesney, who was 0.9 in front. If these two can keep side by side, that's going to give Chesney a little bit of extra breathing space. In fact, that's actually given Chesney an extra 2 tenths, as now his gap is over a second. Now suddenly, Paul has to think, is he going to play it smart and let the two Pro-Am drivers through and potentially cause havoc with Chesney?
Yeah, exactly.
But he risks Cedric behind him getting closer.
Very true.
Does he just hope that his natural pace can get closer to Chesney and pray that the two racing forces cars who are trying to get more points themselves behave? There's too much going to be going on here as Chris Dixon with another slowdown behind.
And Stephen Walker has now been kind of caught by Pete Newman.
Yeah, 2 tenths as Pete Newman last lap set the fastest sector 2 of the entire race so far. I tell you what, he's getting closer and closer and closer. There's only just half a second in it, and now under half a second between the leaders, and this battle is getting closer and closer. Got to think if both the Hydro Race, I would love to be listening to the comms of the Hydro Race forces cars right now. Like, are we about to get a bump draft here?
Nearly. Not quite.
It might be a cheeky little push just there. You just got to hope that Paul Hurley doesn't get another Laguna Seca moment.
Oh yeah.
With the wee bowling.
Line up 3, 2, 1, whoever that is says I blame Jay Corley.
Always. If you know, you know. Yeah. Right, it's my fault for everything in my own personal streams.
Yep, Cedric is now caught up with these Hydro Race cars as RDJ had another go at Paul Hurley but didn't get it done.
Ooh, and the run just there from RDJ was absolutely phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah.
And he's going to have a nice outside run here. I doubt very much he'll stick a wheel in here. But
he made
trying
it.
to put off Paul as much as possible. Depending on the exit here, and it looks like Paul's got himself a nice little cushion. And then suddenly, are we going to see bump drafting, or are we going to see a move? And there is literally bump drafting going on between the Hydro Race cars here. And I tell you what, Paul is in real trouble here. If these two cars behind are a quicker class and effectively trying to work together to pass him, I mean, this is music to Chesney's ears and possibly Cedric's as well if this goes wrong. Great exit out in the corner from RDJ. And unfortunately, Paul's not going to have a slipstream here to Chesney. But I tell you what, I think this is going to be very frustrating for the Hydro Race forces cars who might end up looking to try and get a little bit desperate in some of their moves. At the moment, we're still watching this battle for first place at the moment. We have Stephen Walker, Pete Newman, Manuel Saruggi, and a bit wide just there from Pete. And it's as if Stephen Walker knows he's on camera. Look at that, just flashing away.
I think he's got a...
course.
Oh, I thought he had a back marker. Clearly not. He is just flashing his lights for fun.
Paul being forced to defend here. And this is costing vital seconds. Look at that line just there from Addy J. Addy J opening up that corner, that first corner for triples to go slightly wider. This allows him to go straighter with little turning input for turn 2, which means he's like a rocket before braking into turn number 7, and that's going to look absolutely frightening on Paul's mirrors.
Just for line them up 3, 2, 1. It's foggy here at Oscherseleben, or misty, which is what's caused the slight darkness. That's actually Germany. Oscherseleben is still in Germany.
Yeah, it's that time of year as well where we're going to get a few more foggier bits of weather. I think Suzuka next week is going to be... Is it Suzuka next week or is it Hockenheim?
Why are you asking me questions about this league?
Because I want to. Because I want to.
Right, what's that schedule? We need to know for the interviews anyway. Hockenheimering for a sprint feature.
That means I need to do a track guide for next week.
Oh, right, okay.
Whoops! No, I forgot to do something this week.
Yeah. Well, we're going to try and keep... who's got a slowdown? Pete Newman has a slowdown.
Pete Newman.
That's not going to go down well because Manuel Saralegi is about to disappear straight past him.
I tell you what, Pete's actually taken that really been lenient with that one, to be honest. Pete knows that he's probably got his championship in the bag now, and if he ended up fighting with Manuel, then he's seen what happened with Michael Ball. Probably doesn't want to catch these hands.
Yes.
Hardy with a slow down. Day keeps going from bad to worse for him.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have too many cars around him, so hopefully he can serve that quite effectively.
He's gone. Yeah, he's gone already.
Job done.
These two still not done anything with Paul Hurley, but they are all catching Chesney Vandenbroek.
Yeah, Chesney, something going on.
Oh, bump drafting
at the moment, but this is going
he
too
sends his teammate in. That was a one-way ticket, that one.
It is, and Paul's been forced
Oh,
to
he's
go
gone
to
wide.
the pit, and there's suddenly nearly 3 wide into that corner, which is the worst place to go 3 wide. And Paul's going to be absolutely raging right now because look who's taking advantage behind.
I know.
Cedric taking a dive on the inside. He's got an Audi Power as well. A fantastic exit. And what a pass from Cedric. My goodness. And now Paul Hurley and Paul de Jong find themselves side by side with Cedric fighting for a championship right behind. Light flashing in the background.
White flag.
From this is the final lap. Every position counts, and I think Cedric's going to send it. Cedric with a fantastic exit out of there. He's chosen the slower side here. Which means Paul Hurley's going to have a better entry and exit. Cedric's probably going to go for an up and under here. We could be about to see one. Ooh. No, I don't know. I don't think he has. He has, and Paul's not taking that corner as optimally as he probably wants to here. No. If Cedric ends up getting a pass here, this is going to be perfect for Chesney, but even better for Cedric. Fraser Geraghty, also in this championship fight, is nowhere close to these lot at the moment. As Stephen Walker gets the win. Manuel Saralagi in second, Pete Newman third, Michael Hall in fourth, and Jaden Scott getting the win for Pro-Ams at the moment. Some fantastic battling going on at the moment. The battle with Pete, with Cedric and Pete is still going on. We're going to keep our cameras on this for a moment because at the moment all it's going to take is just one wrong movement here. It looks like Cedric's going to get that win. Paul going quite shallow into that corner. All it's going to take here is someone going onto the Kitty Litter 2 had a bit of a hit of the sausage curve from Paul Hurley, but it's far enough in front to keep that second place on the AMs with Cedric in third place. And oh my goodness, what a last lap that was there.
That's just absolutely insane. Cameraman lost his bottle halfway through that. It was just ridiculous.
No race is good when you have to miss the end of the feature race because the battling in the middle is just so close together. But no, it is Stephen Walker who gets the win on the feature race at Oscherseleben with Manuel Saralagi in second place, even tongue-tied here. and Pete Newman in third place. That's your podium for tonight.
I do like it when they all line up around the track for the cool down lap.
Can easily get that as a screenshot and manipulate it, saying this is what actually happened in the face.
Yeah. Better camera work than F1, just saying. So just line them up 3, 2, 1.
It's not.
That's
It's
not even
not wrong, to be honest, because we didn't zoom in on anyone's gran in the crowd. So
No, that's true. I'm sure I can find one. Right, so we've got
Pete
to pick
Rhythm
it.
Granny Hunter doesn't sound.
Oh,
so
don't,
good.
honestly. Oh my word, that's the last thing I need is another reputation. Oh dear. So we've got to pick a driver of the meeting out of all this. I don't know how I'm going to do that, to be perfectly honest. Honestly, I really don't. It's going to be a bit mad. Right. Let me get us ready for interviews. Look, everybody. I like the fact that they do the cool down lap properly and, you know, push each
Paul's
other
actually,
around.
Paul's running out of fuel, so he is currently getting pushed into the pits just there.
Getting a little shove to his pit box. I do like this. It makes it that little bit more Oh, or maybe not that. His teammate just turned him in pit road. That was quite funny. But I do like the way that they bring it back to pit road. I think that's very respectful of everybody. Right, let me go and find the beginning of the race. I wanted to watch this from the start, so we're going to watch it now, Jay. Let me go to a blimp cam. Let me put it... There we go. Right, so let's find what happened to everybody. I'm not going to see it there, am I? Because they're all going to go behind that building, but some people just didn't go. Oliver Payne was one of them.
Yeah, I saw a Hydro race car there as well, and yeah, it was a real mixed
Look
bag.
at
But
that,
by the
look at
first
that.
corner,
The crowd
by the
there.
first corner.
Oh, and Renee's just first corner bunching.
Yeah, Rene turning, not realising it was gone 3 wide there by the looks of it, and
Yeah.
3 into 1 doesn't always go, especially at a track like this. And too, it's a good job we didn't have the other layout, to be honest, because there would have been a lot more casualties than that, and whoever did design that first corner would most definitely have been taken into a dark room and beat about the head.
Where is... I'm going to go for Renee, and I'm going to go on Chopper. If I just see what this looked like. So, he's having a look between 2 cars, thinks the better of it.
Start just there, wow.
This all bunches up awful. This is worst case scenario. Yeah, 3 wide, car on the outside. Generally gets it, doesn't it? So, not ideal. Not ideal at all. Right,
Wouldn't be
let's go.
surprised if that happens in every single league that runs this track at least once in the night.
Yeah, absolutely. Crazy. Right, let me go and find this button, and we'll start bringing people in for interviews. Excuse me. Right, who have we got so far? Nobody. Nobody wants to speak. And we're going to keep this short tonight because I don't think my voice is going to last out. It's starting to go already. So it'll be the first like 4 people in the booth, I think. I'm not going to take it too much.
Send the message.
Yeah, cool. Who do you have in your head, Jay, while you're typing that out for a driver of the meeting? I do like what Stephen Walker
It's
did.
difficult.
Yeah, I do like what Stephen Walker did in terms of doing the opposite of everybody in that second race. He got into some free air after everybody cleared the track in front of him and just kept his toe in. Excuse me. Manuel Saralegui was spotless pretty much all night, really, wasn't he? But he did have that one little coming together with Michael. But I have that down as tit for tat. I really do. There was a shoulder-to-shoulder movement on the corner before, and then a shoulder-to-shoulder movement on the penultimate corner. Yes, Michael Hall got spat out a little bit further, but in my head, that's about it. I'm not sure what anybody else's thoughts are. You can put it in the chat if you like. I can ignore it at any point in the evening. Who else did I like what they did? What happened in the first race? Remind myself. I like Jamie Wilson's finish in both, if I'm being honest. His class finishing position was a first and a second. I mean, that's highly respectable and may actually make a difference. But Jaden Scotton was lingering all about him the whole way. They swapped positions actually, so that's a toughie. That's a toughie. Right, let's bring in to the booth Stephen Lucky Wookie Walker. Welcome to the booth.
Hola, mi amigos.
Hola. I would pretend to be happier, but I
See.
feel rough, so not gonna. See,
Sorry.
somebody said "see" in the background. That was funny. First, that Audi, you and Jamie have made that absolutely light up here tonight. Is I don't see how this track suits that car. I just don't.
I think there's a few slow corners. Well, not a few. Well, yeah, the first couple of corners really, I felt like over most cars I had a little bit of an advantage there. I feel like accelerating from a low, I don't know, maybe the fact that obviously you only use, once I got up to third gear, I never went below it and I never went above fifth, I don't think. No, I didn't. So it's probably just in the rev range or torque range. I don't know, but it's definitely a good car specifically for this track.
Wow, I wouldn't have called that. Just because the Audi likes straight lines, doesn't it? Generally.
Yeah, it's known for that, but I mean, I had a lot of downforce on the car. I had
Right.
0.0 downforce.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want it to be. I wanted to be able to carry speed through the corners, and I knew it wouldn't necessarily affect me in a straight line. It was more about the balance of the car, and it just felt really good from the get go. I'd managed to do a bit of practice for the first time on Monday. Did the official last night, although that was in the wet, but I did quite well in that. I came, I think, second, and I started first, and only messed up because I caught the wet patch and the rear, and it sent me around a little bit. But yeah, I like this track as well, so that helps. So when the car's okay and I like it, I tend to do normally pretty well. Manuel was quicker than me.
He was quicker than everybody. I mean,
Yeah, I just
by
couldn't.
half a second.
I figured it out by the end of the second race, where what I was doing in my practice session that I wasn't doing here. But obviously it was too late. The tires had gone off. Like the qualifying, he was just quicker. If I had not messed up, shockingly, in the first race, I would have been behind him. I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have won. Don't get me wrong, but I would have been a lot closer than 4 seconds to him. We pretty much on our fastest laps, I think there was a tenth between us, maybe
Yeah.
2 tenths, maybe. And same for Pete. So he's a better driver than me, full stop. So I'm not saying the result would have changed, but I was happy to be that close to him because I've normally when I race him, he's just way too quick. But I was a bit more competitive with him this race.
Yeah, I mean, his fastest lap in the race for the second race was 0.13 faster than you, which is not a lot, is it?
Yeah, and he did that, I think, not long after he pitted, so his tyres were fresher. I did my fastest lap on the last lap of the race.
Right. Okay. Yeah. You did. Yeah.
Um,
132.66. Yeah.
yeah, and I'd like optimal for a 5. I think it was a 5 or a 4, but it doesn't matter, is it? It's optimal for a reason. Like you've actually got to do it, and yeah, the races went okay. Like I said, I'm annoyed I messed up on that first race, but I had a good battle with Jamie, and then trying to manage my lap times, not make any more mistake, and keep ahead of Pete because I knew I wasn't obviously going to catch Manuel. And then just hope for the best in race 3, and it all just kind of race 2, sorry, and it all just kind of worked out really.
Yeah. It really did. Probably one of the most exciting bits of pit lane footage. Well, other than
Yeah, I'm
many
looking
many
forward to
people
watching that.
hitting the wall on the way in.
Oh,
Like,
really?
oh, it was
So
almost.
many.
It was almost comedic, wasn't it? At one point, Jay, it was like, oh, and another one. Oh, and another one.
I felt like DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
Just like,
There's
and another one.
Oh.
yeah, there's a little patch of grass on the right
Sorry,
hand side. You
I've killed Pete
You
again. Sorry.
have, yeah. Get a drink. Hang on.
yeah, no,
Sorry, go on,
it's
Stephen.
yeah, you can really push the limits of this pit lane. Like the only off track I got the entire second race, which is a novelty for me. I'm normally getting drive-throughs. Was my attack in the pit entry.
Right, okay. Well, you weren't
Um,
the only one to go off track, and if you'd smacked into the wall, you'd certainly not be standing out from the crowd because there was loads of them. I think there was 5 at least, and probably more that I didn't manage to catch on camera.
it's
So
a good job they could drive to the pit and use their fast repair.
exactly, yeah, absolutely that. So yeah, it's been a night of dramas. I think you've done remarkably well. A first and a second place, same as Manuel, to be perfectly honest. You've not raced the whole season, obviously. Where are you in the championship before tonight?
We
Looking
last.
down, ninth. So yeah, it's. Are you going to be around a bit more for next season? Because hopefully you saw my wood.
Yeah, I'll be back as normal for next season.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
cool.
so I don't think I'll be in the Audi. I think my brother wants to try the Veloster.
Oh right,
Um,
wow, cool. He had a good
he's
night.
been
He had a good night. A 12th and a what? 12th and a ninth.
off the
12th and a
ninth.
ninth.
Yeah,
Very good.
I felt guilty sending it on him a little bit,
We
but I
saw
was like, I
that,
need,
yeah.
yeah, I need
Don't
to
do
get.
it more. Do it more.
So I needed to get back to having clean air because everyone was pitting. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, my brother was quicker than Demis, but obviously they're racing, you've got to pass him, and it's like that. So I was like, well, I didn't say to him, I'm going to send it here. I just saw the opportunity, and then I think towards the end of the lap, I then went past Demis, and I was
Mhm.
like, I just need to pull something, and you've got to really plan your move and get the run. And luckily, every overtake I did was basically I just got a better exit than the other car going towards the next corner. Um, just planned it that way. The car just felt great. Like I say, to be honest, Monday was the first time I've actually put some setup work into the car.
Yeah.
So I found I think 3 tenths, and obviously on a smallish track like this, that's quite a big chunk of time, just by just messing around with some setup stuff, which I haven't had the time to do for such a long time. I've just normally been the last 2 races, 3 races I've done in this car. I've literally put this setup on that I think the 5 laps before the race started, and then that's what I've just used since. So it was nice just
Wow.
to get back into doing that, and the car felt good. It felt good last week. I just got a bit unfortunate. And Hockenheim's next week, and I don't like it. So
Oh,
don't
right,
expect
okay.
don't expect much from me next week. I really don't like that track at all.
Right, right. Well, we'll use that as something to beat you with next week then. Who would you like to have a shout out to before we let you go and recover from the dizzying heights of a first and a second place tonight?
Yeah, buzzing. That's my best result for absolute donkey's years.
Really, really good, really good.
Yeah, the pit exit was quality as well.
Oh,
Um,
you're gonna love watching that. You are gonna
yeah,
Definitely
love
getting a
it.
screenshot of that as we
Yeah,
speak.
yeah. It's gonna be on his wall
nice.
in A1 size or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, just obviously you guys for being here and putting on the show and commentating. So we've got something to watch back and impress people with. Um, Everyone else on the track, good, respectful racing, and better than last week, I think, from what I saw. And not that last week was like particularly bad. It was just there was a lot of, from myself included, little silly things. So
Mhm.
um, yeah, shout out to everyone that's raced because this is a very tight track to race and overtake on, so it can lead to worse stuff, unless there's stuff that I've not seen. And then, yeah, just my brother for turning up and having a good race, and just yeah, everyone really. Just it's nice to be back, so to speak.
Awesome stuff. Well, we look forward to you hating Hockenheim next week. Uh, Stephen Lucky Wookie Walker.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
Right then, next up, I'm going to grab Mr. Jamie of Wilson. Welcome to the booth, Jamie Wilson.
Hello.
Hello. Another Audi that we're having a conversation with early on. Another Audi with a very successful night's race in a first and second in class. You matched Jaden Scotton exactly for points, which has moved nobody anywhere in the championship.
Is that with the incidents in?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's a good point.
I know that he got 0.
Oh, really?
I think I got 2. So
pesky zeros. What's that about? He's just not racing fast enough. That's what that is.
I mean, how many? We got what? 3 rounds, 4 rounds left. A number of rounds left.
2 tonight and 2 next week. That's it. Isn't it?
Has he won it then? Is the question.
I don't think so.
Not yet.
No,
Still, a drop week could, or rubbish result for him could still change everything.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I think he's picked up a lot of overall points, but that just means that a drop week will hurt him a fair bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As
I
long as,
agree.
of course, you finish up there.
Yeah. I mean, I was. This place was always going to favour me, no matter what I'm in, because I love this place. So, but me having a good day is matching him, not beating him very much. So.
Yeah. I think it's still going to be a very strong message to put out to Jaden, which is, I can beat you on track. Jaden had a few near misses along tonight's race. The main thing I want to talk about is pit lane entry. In that second race, you ended up with a rolling roadblock in front of you.
Oh, I know. I was just stuck behind orange cars all day, in race 2 at least.
The Great Battle of Orange, Oscherseleben.
Yeah, exactly. No, Tamas. I thought Jaden had pitted a lap too early, which is nearly true, but not quite, annoyingly. So otherwise I would have pitted that lap. So the following lap, stuck behind Deck. Nothing was wrong with what Deck was doing at all. It just happens to, hold me up a bit inadvertently. It's no drama with it. It's just situation.
It happened to everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
It really did.
And he was doing well, to be fair, to be up there, being able to do that in the first place. Fair play to him. But I had an extra lap of being sort of wings clipped from that. Went to go and peel off. Saw Tamas did the same thing in front of me and went, "Oh, bollocks!"
Drat it.
Yeah,
What you said,
drat and double drat. Yes. Catch the Tamas. Yeah, all that.
The bleep button.
Too late.
But and then he just I had practiced doing an absolute balls to the wall pit entry, and I don't know if he had. So it was a little bit more trepidatious, and I was like, I ain't got time for that. So,
yeah. Well, we had a few people do balls beyond the wall.
Oh, I could imagine around here.
Oh, yeah.
The other thing, I had balls in the wall on the way out because I was inside another car as we were coming out.
Yeah, we saw that too. Yeah, that was fun.
And then Tamas and I side by side on the exit, and I had to yield that because that's just got can opener coming up towards it. It's not going to work.
It was fantastic drama from our seated position. That was a really good race. I understand why you like this track. You can't get any peace. If you were on the track on your own, you wouldn't get any peace. The track itself is just a mega challenge, isn't it, of technical corners over and over and over again. And then you bring in one of the most challenging pit lanes ever. And when the cars are crowded together, it's just a recipe for complete disaster. We had at least 5 cars go into the wall on the left-hand side on pit lane entry. 2 meatballs, at least, that we're aware of. It's been the story of the pit lane tonight, to be honest. You didn't get away with it either because you had a car blocking you on the way in and on the way out.
Yeah, and it's just that and the extra lap behind Deck that then gave Jaden the advantage. of a couple of seconds, and then I thought, oh, he's battling with Manuel. That might bring him back towards us, but Manuel's too efficient. So, and then here I am thinking, I wonder if he's realised he hasn't got enough fuel. And then he just finished the last lap completely fine. So, damn it. Egg on my face, thinking, ooh, rubbing my hands together, going, this is going to be short-lived. Nope. I was pushing on. I did get an unfortunate slowdown, which took an age to clear, just from, abusing the floppies.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Abusing the floppies.
Beep.
Yeah.
I was using the. You know what? Never mind. I thought I heard
Well,
something else there.
if you, I just had a bit of a clumsy curb strike in the chicane and ended up manhandling a floppy, which is what Pete does every Thursday.
Yes, it is.
Ah.
Yes. No, I don't do that.
Well, you know.
Yeah. The more you want to try and forget. So, Hockenheim. Talk us through Hockenheim.
Well, strong for the Audi in the sense it's got a bloody long straight on it.
Yep.
And I mean the Audi is good on straights, but they have to be long enough for that to make sense. So that one is. We'll see how that goes. And the second half of the lap is not unlike here. It's sort of twisty and precision is needed, and there's like a banked corner and stuff like that. That's some of the challenge here is because of that. You've got slightly off camber and banked corners. Like after the chicane, it's the camber's working against you, and no matter what setup you do, no matter how your inputs are, you probably found this on your track guide laps, Jay, that the nose just dies halfway through the corner, and you just have to wait.
Yeah,
And
patience
it's frustrating.
is
Yeah.
so key here, and when you think you've finally figured it out, you realise you're still like a blink too soon putting that throttle on. It's
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, this place is like Knockhill in that sense.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because it's just manic.
Yeah.
Absolutely manic, and yet you have to be super precise. It doesn't have the elevation, and it is in the German equivalent of like Slough, but it's it's that same character.
No,
Sorry,
I've got no comments for that one.
Yeah, you've broken me. Short-circuited now.
But yeah, no, Hockenheim is a kind of blend of that and Jerez, really, I suppose. It's a proper GP scale track and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 3 tracks in a row. That's a banger. Jerez, Oscherseleben, Hockenheim in these cars, perfect. No notes on that calendar.
Yeah. I mean, Stephen mentioned setup for the Audi, and many, many years ago, before I was even on iRacing, I was in R Factor 2. There was a highly proficient individual that said, set up your car for the longest straight and the tightest corner. And that used to work for me. And then, I mean, that was obviously when games were in black and white. But it did work for me at the time. I don't know whether that's an applicable statement with these cars these days, in such a developed setup situation that you've got in iRacing.
I mean, there's a pretty small setup box that we're all in, I think.
Right. Yeah.
But that said, the bits where it does kind of extend out are the extremes. So Daytona is an example where you would run very different, like rake there, for example, and obviously minimum wing, that sort of thing. Monza, obviously that applies to as well. I'd be interested to give that a go at Hockenheim, because if I've got the advantage on the straight, I need to maximise it, because that's the differentiating factor. So it may be a handful through the rest of the track, but that's the compromise that you need to come up with, and you do have the tools in these cars in the setup sense to do that. It does involve going a bit out of the box, so it's a risk to do, but no harm in giving it a go in one of Carl's practice sessions or something. So
Yeah, no.
Bit of tinkering. I mean, the time that I won round here at Oscherseleben a few seasons ago, that was 3 years ago now, can you believe that? That Honda at the time, I set every corner up differently. I had different cambers, I had dampers different on each corner and stuff, because I was looking at like telemetry and trying to optimise it. It was only here and at Knockhill, funny enough, that I did that, and it paid off.
Right. Okay.
Just because I just needed like that little bit more rotation through a particular corner or whatever. you can go into the weeds with that. There's diminishing returns on most tracks, but the oddball ones, it is worth a go.
Yeah. I can see how the gamble would be worth it and then pay off. So we'll have to see what happens when we get to Hockenheim. That will be the last race week of this season. So you've got it kind of all to do to try and lever Jaden out of that position. And you're right, we're going to have to look at off tracks and incident points in terms of how that separates the two of you after this race week. And we've also got V8s and their last race of the season next, not this coming Saturday, but the one after that as well. I will be your lead commentator for that one, just in case everybody's wondering what they're going to be doing. That's going to be V8s on the 6th of December. Hopefully all my illness and ailments will be gone by then. Anybody you want to shout out to, Jamie, before we let you go and start a setup which is going to fight its way through Hockenheim Ring?
Yeah, well, thanks to you guys, especially you. If you sound rough, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Have you had a crunch corner, but the crunch provided by like gravel or something?
Yeah, pretty much. Absolutely. It's I've got Guatemalan bog fever again. So yeah.
It's not like the 17th time you've had COVID then.
No. Is it 17? Might be. I think it's more like 5. But yeah, rough today. It's not COVID. It's not flu. It's just a very, very heavy cold.
But yeah, fair play for persevering through it, because that's pretty rough on your voice and everything. You can't really do this in sign language, can you?
Some people would wish that I did, but sadly not. You can't, no.
Well, I don't know. You'd have to be on camera for that. No one wants that.
That's true.
And yeah, no, thanks to those I was racing. It was all good stuff. Like Stephen and Pete in the first race, we had some pretty tight moments at the start of that, and it was all, as always with those guys, leaving loads of room and everything. Fair play to Deck for doing really well in that first race, being up there on pace, and not succumbing to pressure. He's a sponge.
Yeah.
Just absorbed all of it, and yeah, that'll do, I suppose. Thanks to Jaden for being a good target for me to try and pin myself to. If I'm, I reckon flat out, I was about a 10th slower than him, and I'm pretty happy with that. So, yeah.
No, great
he
stuff.
He needs a blue number board, I think.
Yeah, and I think he's going to end up with it. I think a few might, depending on what we do as the fellowship in between seasons. It's also going to be interesting because in season 23, I think this series hits Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, so we're going to have to do something with the race day for those 2 weeks. I'm absolutely certain of that. But we'll see what happens when we get there.
I think we moved them to, that happened before, didn't it? And we moved them to the Saturday, I think, from memory.
Yeah. I think I've got the formulation of a plan, so I'll announce that closer to the
Stay
time.
tuned for that.
Yeah, totally. In that case, we will look forward to seeing you at Hockenheim Ring next week with a setup that can do all sorts of weird things, and hopefully you have a very successful time there. Jamie Wilson, everybody.
Yeah, I look forward to hearing you in your full soprano by then.
Oh dear, classic.
Castrado, whatever it's called.
Yeah, probably. Cool, right.
If you want, Pete,
Yeah.
we could do Paul, and then I could do both JC Academy drivers together before we finish
yeah.
with Chris Fat. Can condense things down a little bit.
Yeah,
Treat
cool.
the
That sounds
JC
good.
Academy like work guard this week.
Yeah, no problem. I'll bring Paul Hurley in. Good evening to
all right.
Paul Hurley. Caught him off guard, Jay. Always hilarious.
Fantastic.
Always hilarious. So tonight has been Orange Car Night. We've not been in the Netherlands, but the orange cars have featured pretty much all the way through both races. In the thick of the action, you, your teammate, and Tamas all sharing the same bit of tarmac, whether you wanted to or not.
Oh, so Dan Lewis as well.
And Dan Lewis, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
He's an orange as well, yeah. Yes. Well, the future is orange, wasn't it? That's what I used to say.
Oh, brilliant. I'm so
That is
glad someone
class.
said
That is really
Yeah.
good. That is really good. Yeah, you don't get any more points for it, but it's very, very good. Yeah, classic. So a class win in race 1, and were
Yes.
you second?
Second,
Second race
yeah,
2.
race 2 was epic. I mean, I had a very intense battle with Mr. De Jong, and you were behind.
Yes, you did. Yes, you very much did. Good grief.
I was defending for my life, and I made one mistake, and he got me. I was frustrated. But,
We missed the end of the race, didn't we, Jay? Because of that. That was just too good.
I was fighting hard, but I mean, it slows you down when you got to defend like that. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good, and a good battle with Chesney in the first race. Actually, that was really close as well.
Yeah, you got across the line just 0.3 of a second ahead of him, which is closer than I'm sure you'd have liked, if you know what I mean. You'd have had a hefty buffer between you by choice, I'm sure. In terms of, excuse me, class standings, you were third before tonight's 2 races. You were only 12 points behind. Sorry. Fraser Garrity in the lead. Fraser has had a bit of a rough ride in the second race. I don't know what
Didn't have didn't have a good night tonight for us.
No, he didn't. So I think that your class has had, well, it's had a complete Etch-a-Sketch moment. I think someone's grabbed it and shaken it, and now it's unrecognisable. I do not know who's on top of that particular series of standings.
It may be me. It's going to be very close between me and Cedric. I think Fraser might have just fallen down a little bit.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Chesney had a good night, though, in the second race.
Chesney can't be too far behind Fraser either, because he wasn't that far
30
behind.
points behind you, so, yeah, that he might not be up where the dizzy heights of you and Cedric, but I think one of you is at the top, and I think Fraser's probably in third.
And this could go down to the wire, couldn't it?
Oh, it's definitely going to do that. Down to the wire, you're beneath the wire. This is craziness now.
Well, this is a championship to watch.
It is, yeah. David Ayres has decided he can't cope with the pressure. He's not even turned up tonight.
I think he injured his finger flashing starts too much.
Yeah, well, he's got RSI, hasn't he? With that, it's, there's no forgiving that one. This is the championship to watch at the moment. AM class is really hot. Are you feeling the pressure?
If I'm in the lead for tonight, I just want to do as best I can.
Best response to that ever. Not if I'm in the lead.
Yeah.
And SRL, talk us through what's going on in that league at the moment. How far through are you?
We are. I think. Do you know what? I never know. I think it's around. I'm going to say around 8.
Okay.
Oh, am I? It's around 7. I should know. I said this last time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going well in there. Very close racing. There's a lot of evenly matched people all the way through the 3 classes. Yeah, so we're kind of already looking forward to next season. But more information on that to follow once we've decided the schedule and a few other things. But yeah, we'll look to have another season after this one. It's gone well so far. Good numbers still. So quite a few people from this league as well. We share drivers.
Yeah, no, we do. We are mutually supportive of each other's leagues. These and Alpha Touring Championship, which is an American time slot race.
That's I think it's Logan's league, isn't it?
It is. Logan McKinsey runs that one. It's a great league. They're all great leagues, in my opinion.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jaden's recently signed up for SRO as well.
Oh, very good. Very good.
So we're just missing you now, Pete.
That's what I said.
Get yourself in there.
At least for the 6 hours of Donington or the TCR showdown, come on, you got to strut your stuff for that
6 hours.
That's the wheel off.
I need to pee at least like 12 times in that amount of racing.
Yourself and Sir Alan in one entry for the 6 hours. It'd be fantastic, wouldn't it?
It would be funny. It would be really funny. We would go
That's the rig off, Pete. That's the rig off.
I'm sat in it at the minute, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But it's not actually seen any racing for, well, Sam
Well,
Booz.
that's what I meant.
Yeah. It's very comfortable though to sit in normally. But yes, great night for you. hopefully,
Yeah, it
that
was.
puts you on the top of the standings, eh?
Well, I'm sorry. I want to be at the top at the end. I'm not so bothered now.
Right, yeah.
But
And
yeah, so the track was we did it in officials yesterday, and definitely had a different level of grip today than it did in the fix yesterday. That's for sure.
there was
I
a
don't know. I don't know.
lot more wind at this track today,
Mm.
and the temperature was at 24 degrees, so it was a little bit higher than you would have in the normal officials. So yeah, you're probably right. It was probably a bit more slick than you're used to.
It was, but good standard of driving. I thought from what I see all round. So I don't know if there was any big crashes. So I don't think so. Maybe there's a few
Well,
offs, but
how did you find pit lane entry?
not too bad.
Un-
Exit was it was.
well, yeah, that's someone else's challenge, but not everybody. You'll see from the broadcast. Not everybody had such a wonderful time getting into the pit.
Well, I know.
There
At
was
the end,
never
I ran out of
one.
fuel, and Chesney. I said, Chesney, push me into the
Yeah, we
pits.
saw
And
that.
he sped up. He sped up towards it before he was trying to get me a penalty for going too fast into the pit.
Classic, classic. That's brilliant. Oh dear, funny stuff. How'd you go at Hockenheim?
Again, it's not what I love. I love Jerez. I want to race there every week. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, just got to do enough. It's not about winning. I need to do what Lando Norris needs to do.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, not get disqualified. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much exactly that. No, it's been great racing from you. Orange cars have been on the screen pretty much the entire time, and we like it because if the racing is that close and competitive, then it's highly entertaining for us.
Indeed, yeah.
Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Well, first shout out to all the orange cars for one. Second to my teammates in Blades. Commiserations to Fraser, didn't have a good night, and well done to Chesney. I had a great time racing with Chesney tonight. That was good fun, and Ronald as well, and you were behind. So thanks to those guys as well.
Very well said. And we look forward to seeing you racing this time next week. Paul Hurley, everybody.
I'll be there. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Right, for your interview pleasure, we shall grab, first of all, Jaden. I'll drop him in and you can start talking to him if you like.
Sure. Yeah, just drop in Chesney whenever. But Jaden's got fantastic sets of drives tonight. A 5th position in race 1, and then Deja Vu 5th position in race number 2. With your position in the championship tonight, did you feel the need of just hold on to a position and just try not to race too hard and avoid any incidents or collisions of the sort?
Yeah, the qualifying was great, but I was very cautious start of race 1. I think both Audis got an absolute rocket at the start, and I just stuck to the outside, left me plenty of room. I end up coming out with that 5th, but come out in one piece was the main thing. The rest of the race, I couldn't pass Jamie at all. I had one go, but he stayed ahead. And yeah, again in race 2, trying to pit early as I could, get out of the traffic, reduce the risk of an incident. Lovely clean air, and that worked out as well.
Fantastic. Speaking of pit entries and incidents, how did you find the pit entry at Oscherseleben? And I did see that your entry was good, but unfortunately, people around you wasn't quite the same.
Yeah, I think I found it better than Cole did for entry. So I say that much. Yeah, that gave me a bit of a fright, but did he get a stop and hold then? I assume he did. He must have.
He did get some sort of penalty for that. I don't know if he entered too quickly, or if it was to do with hitting the wall. But I think he may have entered a little bit too quick. I think only Carl will be able to answer us on that one. But I bet it was a brush of sweat off the forehead when you had Jamie Wilson right near you when you went for your pit in, and then when Jamie Wilson came out of the pits, you found yourself in front of him again.
Yeah, that was a bonus. I was quite surprised then, because with the Carl thing, I thought I would have lost time. But I think it was just really just losing time in that group. I think Jamie really felt that. So I think it was the right call to do the undercut. I mean, I nearly got thwarted in race 2 because I got wheel damage from sort of out. Actually, I got wheel damage in both races, but
Oh, really?
yeah, in race 2, I think through, is it triple? It's the chicane.
Oh, is it similar to Sebring when when if you hit the curves
Just that,
too hard?
yeah,
Okay,
and it,
that's new. I didn't think that was still
yeah.
on there.
I think I could race with it, thankfully, but yeah, it did. My steering wheel was a little bit bent for the rest of the race,
Fair. You'll
but
be
it was
happy to know with the battle with you and Jamie Wilson, what happened to you actually happened in front of Jamie Wilson as well. In fact, if
I did
you
it.
have time to watch the broadcast back
I will.
afterwards, we nearly put up a countdown. We nearly put up a counter of how many people just didn't manage to make it through the pit entry. Two
Wow.
people got meatballs. To
Oh
put
my
into
God.
perspective, and that's not even probably a third of everything that happened. And then the pit exit with some of the battles there as well. I mean, you definitely need to watch some of those pit exits as well. They were some were sublime, some were like sardines in a can, and others we just had to watch through gaps in our fingers. But with the results of tonight, and you and Jamie finishing so close on positions, I think Pete, you said they were going to be pretty much similar on points gained. That leaves us
Okay,
just
I've done some thinking on that. I think I've probably gained like 2 points on Jamie. So he finished one place ahead of me race 1. I was one place ahead of him race 2, but I did see him go off track a couple of times in race 2, I think.
How many incidents
And
did you get tonight?
By some miracle, none.
Whoa.
Fantastic job. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That we had a lot of people slipping off every now and then, so you might be right with that one, but that will bring us to potentially a nail biting final 2 sets of rounds next week at Hockenheim. How do you run at Hockenheim?
It's been a while since I've raced it. But it's good. I mean, you can overtake there, unlike this godforsaken track.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be good. I hope for no insane lunges into the hairpin.
No
Sure, that'll be
promises.
the action point.
You know
But yeah,
it's going to happen.
yeah. I
For the
look forward
rest
to
of
it.
the season,
I just want
it's going to happen.
to wrap
Fantastic.
it up.
Fair. To be honest, I don't blame you. I would be exactly the same. Anyone you want to give a shout out to tonight?
Chesney, another win for Chase Academy. Cedric, podium as well. So we had 3 cars on the podium in race 2 and 2 winners. That was great. Yeah, I think that's it.
Fantastic.
You guys for commentary as always. Even battling illness.
Yeah, well, we're both fighting through. Pete's a little worse than we sort of swapped roles this week. Pete's a little bit more ill than me this week, because I hogged the pity spotlight last week. So we'll both be better by next week, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Yes, thank you very much, Jaden. Hopefully we'll see you here this time next week. Potentially greeting you in as Pro-Am champion, but best of luck.
Fingers
We'll
crossed.
see you next week. Yes, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, Jaden Scotland.
Just ejected the wrong dude. Excellent. Where's he gone? I'll just bring him back. There we go. Did you have a nice chat down there?
I was just about to say, wow, he actually added in his own applause, and then suddenly everyone in the interview waiting room's laughing at me. Why are they laughing at me? Why are they laughing at this guy? Is that accidental, or did you actually mean to
No, it was
kick
an
me to the
accident.
curb?
Excuse me, that was a complete accident, but it was still funny. Your second interview for the night is...
I don't know if I want to now.
Oh, right, okay. Excuse me. It's Chesney Vandenbroek. We're both dying in here, Chesney, so hold your breath, otherwise you might catch it as well. There's not a great deal of room in this booth. Over to you, Joe.
Chesney, welcome into the booth. Fantastic set of results tonight. A second place in AMS for race 1, 18th overall. And then race number 2, weathering the storm. We thought people were going to end up catching you up. It definitely looked like that after the pit stop. You managed to hold on for a AM win, 13th overall. Bit of a different situation to Jaden. Whilst Jaden's feeling a little bit easier in his championship position at the moment, you've got a lot to fight for. And all 4 of you tonight were fighting for a lot. So how did you find, let's start with race 1. How did you find race 1 tonight with how tight it was?
To be truly honest, I probably shouldn't have given Paul so much space, so I could be in front of him. But the battle between me and him was, like usual, amazing.
We did have you on camera for a fair bit through it on both races. Actually, Paul did actually compliment you both on really good driving, so it was good to see. But carry on. What else with race 1?
Yeah, it was just really great. The track felt a little bit slippier, I guess. Like, didn't feel that good as in the officials, but I held on. Like, I found my pace during the race, and yeah, it was really fun with Paul.
Yeah, I think compared to the officials tonight, there was a little bit more humidity in the fixed races, but there was a lot more wind. We're talking like when we were at Sebring for the league, it was quite blowy on some corners. You may have experienced that, sending you out perhaps a little bit wider on some corners. But race number 2, starting 18th and made a gain on your positions. How did you find the pit entry?
I'm almost lost it on the pit entry. It's curvy. It's a real curvy entry. It's a difficult one. Like Jaden said it too. It's the most difficult pair, like pit entry and exit together, of almost all the tracks I've driven.
I think definitely for the league, it's definitely up there. If you want to hear the stats of our pit watch tonight, we had 2 meatballs on pit entry, and so many more cars going off, including when people go in freeze, the first car always managed to go off and slightly hold up a few more people. Pit exits, some absolutely fantastic exits that hopefully if you watch the broadcast again, you'll be able to find on there. But after your pit stop, you seem to be losing a little bit of time. You had every single lap, it seemed like Paul, even though he was getting chased by no problem. Bless you. Even though he was getting chased by the Hydro Race and Forces cars, he was creeping up on you. So it must have been a very tense final 7-8 laps until finally the other cars started trying to make moves on Paul and giving that gap. How tense was it towards the end when Paul was catching up?
I was really sweating. Like I really thought he would catch me, so I had like a battle for the last 4 or 5 laps. So I was eyeballing my relative, and I must be honest, I saw that sigh that I saw the 2-second lead back at the second to last corner. So I was too much in my comfort zone. Like I was too much in no man's land, to be honest.
Yeah.
To keep my pace, and I was slacking off. Like yeah, GG for Paul for that catch up. Like I'm already calling him Mr. Ketchup. not ketchup, catch up.
Oh. Brilliant. I'll tell you what, we're getting so many nicknames tonight, Pete. In fact, through this whole season, we're gonna have the Orange Army next week, I think, after everything that happened tonight. Yeah, no, it's a tight battle at the top of AMS. It seems Cedric although Cedric did have a much better second race, himself and Fraser sort of dropping the ball slightly for tonight, which means that what was already a really close championship, it's going to go to the wire next week at Hockenheim. Hoppenheim? That's one to add to. That's one. That's a new one for the book. At Hockenheim next week, it's going to be a close championship. I think there's just 4 of you in it now. How do you find Hockenheim? And if you like Hockenheim, do you think you can pull off a shock championship win? In fact, would it even be a shock championship win?
I'm gonna say the same thing like every week. I don't remember this track, so I don't think I have ever driven it. I don't think I will get the win. Like, if I look at lost week points, there's just too much between me and Paul. Like, there's 30 points. Like, we have a lot of less points to play with in the lower classes. So I think it's gonna be the top 3 that's going to battle it out, or they're all gonna need to crash out, and I'm gonna need to finish the race. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
I wish sometimes, Pete, that we hear more fighting words. Not quite to the point that this becomes a WWE promo,
No.
but but I disagree slightly with you, Chesney. I think it's definitely the top 4. Anybody could win it. There are 2 races next week, so all it takes is 1 race to turn the championship completely on its head. But before we let you go for the evening, anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Special shout out to my fiance. She was watching the race, and during the warm up, she said, "If you don't win the next race, you have to sleep on the couch." So that's why I won the 10th race.
I mean, that would explain why that pit entry was so damn good. But fair enough. Anybody else for a shout out?
Paul, Jaden, Cedric, you guys being sick and sick as fuck. I'm not gonna complete that. uh, but yeah,
Always too late with that burn.
Yeah.
No, it's amazing when driving in the league. Like, I love doing it. I love seeing the broadcasts. I love seeing the replays. Like, yeah, it's amazing.
Fantastic, brilliant, and if for people who mentioned replays just there, Chesney actually has his own YouTube channel and actually does like mini highlights of these races that you see tonight in short, chompable 3-4 minute videos with accompanying music in the background. There's no commentary, so if you don't like me and Pete, then you can watch Chesney's videos as well.
Well, very good. That one that you did for last week was incredible. That was great.
Well, thank you.
So, Chesney, please feel free to put your channel or just say hi in the YouTube chat there. And anybody who's about on the chat, please feel free to click on Chesney's name, Collector, just there, and throw them over a subscribe. But I'll let you carry on with the rest of your night, Chesney. Thank you for joining us in the booth. We could potentially be talking to you this time next week as AM champion. I know you don't want to think so, but I'm going to place the juju upon you now. Thank you so much, Chesney. Everyone, Chesney Vanderbroek.
Good night, everyone.
Cool. Did I get rid of the right person? Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely crackers that. What was I going to say? I can't remember now. Oh dear. I've run out of all energy and everything. But last into the booth.
Last one, or?
Yeah, no, we're going to go for a final post or pre-death, pre-Pete death interview with Chris Dixon. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing? I mean, race 1 was really good for you, like really good. You got a class podium, didn't you? I'm just trying to find you in the standings.
Yeah, I think I got a third.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad. Yeah.
You always downplay your performances when you get onto podiums, but
5 positions.
Yeah,
Top
it was
20.
pretty sharp that. Like a couple of gifts along the route, but all hard fought for at the end of the day. How many incident points did you end up with in those 2 races?
4 in total, 2 in each.
Right.
So, I got a random. I was following Fraser in the second race, and he wiped all the cones out in front of me for about 3 laps, and then randomly, I was two. It was on the 10-4-5 or whatever. It's the double left-hander, and
Yeah.
I got a
Yeah.
slowdown going into it, and when I've checked, I was 2 wheels off the track by about 2 centimeters. That was it. So God knows why he gave us a slowdown. It was when Carl was behind us. So, but yeah, it was
That's
good other
crap.
than that.
That is dirty tactics right there, and I absolutely am here for it.
Yeah, that's crazy. It does feel a bit random at times, but maybe it pinged you at a different point on the track just temporarily. It used to do that. iRacing used to ping you like another 3 or 4 inches to the left or right. It used to play havoc in oval races. I don't know whether you were around at that point, Jay. Honestly, it was a bit silly at times, but it's improved significantly over time.
Oh yeah, I remember some of the oval races where you get slowdowns or you
in the middle of the track,
penalised
you're
for
like,
it.
what?
Yep.
How have I managed that then? I've not even moved. I expect it's probably a calculation on ping. It is annoying though, I have to say. But your racing tonight was pretty clean and very clear. You didn't succumb to the pit lane entry disasters that a lot of other people did you?
No, only in the practice.
Only in the practice, right?
Yeah, in the practice, going in the first time, I was a bit quick and give us a black flag for speeding, and then coming out when that you've got to slam the brake. The left hand is all right, but the right hand is really tight in it just before you. Yeah, and if you go on the grass, that's it. You get a slow down. It was like, okay.
I think there was a few people that would have liked to slow down because what they got was an engineer's glove slapped across their face when the engineer had to repair the car. So yeah, it's been quite a good night for you. I don't know how you go at Hockenheim, which is next week's destination.
I can remember it, but I haven't raced there for a while. Yeah, I think last time I was there it was probably in a Clio or something like that. It was in one of the officials, probably a year and a half, 2 years ago. So,
right. Okay.
but yeah, I remember the track, so it should be all right. It should come back to us.
Cool. Right.
Have to make sure I get some practice this week, but I think I'm out of contention now anyway. It's going to be a fight between the top 4 in it. So.
We think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm about 115 points or so behind, I would have said, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. There might be a natural disaster at Hockenheim, and you might end up with an overall win. That might get you where you need to be. But yeah, it's the top 4 that have really got the key chance in
yeah, they'll be.
At the minute.
Yeah, they're going to be quite tight after the race tonight. I think there'll not be much in it, will there?
I don't think so. It's going to be a full-on shuffle as well. It's going to be fascinating seeing what happens in that particular league. Pro seems to be all sorted. Pro-Am, less so, but Am class is just a complete cacophony. Any one of those top 4 can win this. Anyone.
Yeah, I reckon Chesney's going to get it. If he has a good race, I think he needs to get on and practice. I think because I don't even think he's got the track. I'm sure that's what he was saying.
He doesn't. But if he wants to sleep in his bed, then he needs to win because he's been threatened by his fiance. So.
Oh right.
Oh yeah. That was just for a win tonight. Can you only imagine what she's going to do to him if he doesn't win the championship? Right. So, anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, yourselves as usual for putting the show on, and everyone for turning up. All the people who come on and take the time to watch us idiots race round the track. The team results for sharing the setup again, and I've got to say thanks to Pete because my first laps were Pete Newman. That is, my first laps were like a 38. And then he came out the pits in front of me, and he gave a run of commentary of the track, and I did a 33 behind him. I was like, where's that come from? But
Nice.
yeah, it showed me the way, and I got into the 34s, was averaging mid to late 34s, so that helped. So yeah, thanks, Pete.
Yeah, very good. It's good when the teams pull each other, pull the standard up
Yeah, well,
for each other.
they always do. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's very good.
Carl helps a lot as well, and I had a good
Yeah.
battle with Carl actually in the second race, and held him for a bit. And he said afterwards, he said, "Thanks for not letting me go and having a battle." But as soon as he got the run on me, I just said, like, "I'll stay on your line. I'll give you room." But
Right, yeah.
yeah, it was good racing.
Very, very good. I'm glad you're enjoying it still. And I look forward to seeing you at Hockenheim this time next week. Chris Dixon, everyone.
Yeah, he will do. Good night, everyone.
So, have I got rid of... Yeah, I've got rid of the right one. I looked down then and I thought, Christ, I've got rid of him again. But, you know, 27 cars on track around here has been quite a drama. That pit lane, I've never known a race with so many pit lane entry incidents before. Honestly, that was absolute crackers. And I already knew that pit lane was going to feature in the race, but not in that way.
Yeah, I'll be honest, completely took me by surprise as well. I thought it was good seeing as many people who were practicing it who were, but it kind of counted for nothing at the end of the day, with meatballs, even meatballs happening, pit penalties, leaders of classes getting held up, and strategies crumbling to dust right in front of our eyes. It was quite the spectacle.
Yeah, it was a fascinating watch, I have to say. We're going to have to come up with our drivers of the meeting. I don't know where to begin with this one, I really don't. Manuel was ridiculously fast. Stephen got to the top and shared those top points with Manuel. I do like what oh dear, I'm trying to think now. What Paul Hurley did, I thought that was good. I liked what he did throughout the race. I'm trying to think of other standout moments. The drama was the key winner for me tonight. Just what went on throughout the race. I like what Jamie did in that in the Audi, but again changing finishing positions with Jaden, kept it nice and clean. I'm going to struggle with this one tonight.
I could go first if you want to.
Yeah,
I
you go
do.
first. You go first.
I was going to go and vote for an inanimate object in the pit lane entrance for being player of the night, but instead I think I'm actually going to go with Michael Hall. He had a fantastic fight up the grid. It's poor qualifying performance, but managed to climb all the way up to 15th. What he did was just then get his head down, take control of the second race. Didn't quite work out for him when you had the three big boys come along, but he still kept up with them for the most part and finished really respectfully in the second race. So I will be giving my vote to him tonight, and just because it is so hard to choose anyone tonight, because there's action pretty much all over the grid.
Yeah, it is a tough decision for me. Chesney did really well and put one of my favourite gifs into one of the chats, which is the what person, because I find that hilariously funny. Every time I see it, a little bit of wee comes out because I'm laughing that hard. But I can't give somebody an award for that. I think my vote for the evening is going to go to Jaden Scotton.
Okay.
I find his performance to be very professional, very polished. He's for someone who's not got a lot of years underneath him or under his belt or whatever you want to term that as. He's got a level of maturity which is, it's significant. He's made some good decisions tonight. That one move where he decided, you know what, Manuel, have it. If I end up in a scrap with you, I may well come off. In fact, no, I thought this was going to be on the broadcast on the replay now, but it's not. He just let the car go in a very, mature manner, and realised that his fight was with the Audi that was a few cars back. I just think that that's very polished, a very mature drive. So my vote is going for Jaden Scotton. Excuse me. That brings us to the end of tonight's broadcast. We've got one more race week of this series, folks, and it's a sprint feature round at Hockenheim next week. I hope to be in better fettle and health than I am this week. I definitely hope that Jay is fully over his ailments by the time we get to that one. It's been a pleasure running all of these leagues, and particularly this one this season with Jay in the booth with me. You get races like tonight and you think, yeah, this is worth spending the 3.5 hours, 4 hours of this evening doing this, and the hours worth of league prep and session preparation, advertising, ordering my wood to be delivered so that I can share my wood with multiple other people and they can get their hands on it. It's all worthwhile after that when you get races like tonight. So tune in, folks, for Hockenheim next week. Stay safe, everybody. Thanks for everybody that watched. Drove tonight, obviously Jay in the booth, because fantastic race introductions, etc. And like I say, stay safe, stay away from the germs. I didn't manage it, neither did Jay, but maybe you can. Good night, folks. I'll hand you over to Jay Corley.
Thank you very much, Pete, and hopefully you can get well really, really soon, especially having both of us in tip-top condition. That you're just showing off now, coughing in the background there. But oh, can't I hear you? Oh, now I seem like an idiot. But but hopefully me and Pete are in tip-top condition for next week, because it is going to be a finale to, well, you cannot miss next week. Although we feel the pros may be completely wrapped up now, there is still pro-ams and AMs. And I'll tell you what, that AMs championship is worth tuning into the broadcast by itself. We travel across Germany to the Hockenheim ring, to where actually I did my first ever YouTube video. Little nugget of useless information for you, but it is going to present so many overtaking opportunities. How desperate are those championship contenders going to get that extra place? I'll see you this time next week along with Pete. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, thumbs up the stream, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, and we'll see you on the track.